Hello, everybody, and welcome to unMadeGaming. It is Tuesday, and that means Curse of Strahd. And this is the first time in a long time that I fucking nailed the intro. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being here. Show's over. Really, though, it is the season finale of Curse of Strahd, and we are here for that, and it's awesome. So, let's go around, meet our cast and crew for the last time in Barovia. We can weep together and discuss it later. We'll start with everyone's favorite barbarian with so many words to say. Miss Madfish, who are you? What are you doing here? And who are you playing tonight?
I'm Madfish. I hang out on the internet and I make stuff. I have a shop. I have some dice bags and some sparkly window hangings that are great.
Ooh, sparkly window hangings, you say?
Yeah, they make rainbows. It's I find necessary in the very dark Canadian winter that you need some light in your day. And I'm playing Thorne Black Talon, whose name you should imagine written like a metal band logo.
Mm-hmm.
She is extremely angry. She has a great deal of energy, and it needs to be focused somewhere.
I imagine it like it's metal, it's literal metal, but it's like metal thorns, like a rose stem with a rose through the middle, like weaving in and out of work, but the rose is dead. That's how I imagine it. It's like a black rose.
Yeah. It has to be okay. Yeah. I might have to draw this.
Someone to go draw that and post it on Twitter. It's gonna be awesome, and we'll see if she can eat Strahd today. That's the goal, I think.
It really is. Like, she's seen him in bat form so many times. She's thoroughly convinced. I mean, she's a dragonborn. She's got the big mouth.
Yeah.
One bite. He's bite-sized. It's like a Halloween chocolate.
Too easy. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, right?
Yep.
So why? Why has it been so hard?
Yeah. Because he's faster. The tinier they are, the faster you are. That's how it works. It's like catching a fly. We'll jump over to everyone's favorite elderly woman in real life and in game. Rem, who are you? What are you doing here? And who are you playing today?
What's up? I'm Rem, also known as Insomniacs Inc. on my socials and whatnot. I am playing Auntie Nanny. She is a human wizard, enchantment focused. When she was really young, this creepy thing called the Black Bat kind of possessed her. And lately, she's been getting a little more and more loony, as maybe the Black Bat is starting to show forth in her and making her not be so innocent and be a bit more of a go-getter. But that's her. She'll hit you with your broom, make you some soup, and then zap you like Emperor Palpatine.
Just typical lady things.
Yeah, that's what old women do. When you retire.
Hashtag just old woman things.
Hashtag just old lady things.
We'll jump over to the person who wants to be here the least, also both in-game and out. Mr. Bitters, who are you? What are you doing here? And who are you playing today?
Somehow I knew that was for me, and I accept it. This is my cross to bear.
Yep.
I'm Mr. Bitters. I hate everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a bear, and apparently I've decided to hibernate. Winter hit, and that's all I do is sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking this break from naps to play Stewart Gibbs, the human fighter who pretty well invented sword on a stick fighting, and hangs out with a guy who we now know is a dwarf.
Yeah, we know for a fact he is a dwarf. Speaking of factual dwarfs, both in real life and in game, Frags, who are you? What are you doing here? And who are you playing today?
I'm not playing anymore, thanks. I am KW Frags. I'm on the internet a lot, and sometimes me and Bitters mod here. And I am playing Toddrick Ellisor, the confirmed dwarf semi-adopted son of two people from far off land. And on another note, I did witness an act of wizardry today as Mike made tomato sauce, pasta sauce, with a white shirt on and got none of it on him.
Hashtag just Italian things.
I was just about to say.
Yeah. I had a white shirt and brand new shoes, and not a drop was on me.
I said it a couple times, like, you sure you don't want to take this shirt off? Nah.
And it was like pop. It was like popping out, and I was just like, I was like Matrix.
It was real like Italian Matrix. He was just dodging, going, oh,
it's like, hey, pasta, you get back in the bowl. Hey, what are you for doing over here? Why are you for making me jump out of the way?
Listen, can I die first?
Yeah.
It is no spoon.
I'm going to make a new campaign, and I'm going to tell you that the whole time. Hey, why you for go over that way? The bad guys
Italian
over here.
Matrix.
Yeah.
It's like Italian Shadowrun.
Yep. Everyone plays an Italian, including Bitters. Oh, guys. So before we jump into anything crazy, and I interrupt Bitters or someone, somebody, I will remind you guys the ways you can interact with the show in its finale. If you guys check the donation section down below, you'll see all the cool things you can donate for. If you look along the bottom of the screen, you'll see all of our micro goals, and you'll see that as soon as we hit one of those goals, everyone on screen gains advantage. Also, there's a cool new little fun little game down there in the bottom. Yeah, check that out. It's called Stream Legends or some shit. I don't know. It's neat. Yeah, so that's it. Without further ado, previously on Curse of Strahd, quickly absconding to the Blue Water Inn, Toddrick, Stewart, Thorne, and Auntie Nanny were met by a murder of crows, or the Keepers of the Feather, as they call themselves. Revealing much about Toddrick's past, the Mardukov family pointed him in the direction of the foothills of Mount Baratok in hopes of reuniting him with whom they believed to be his mother. Making their way to a small dock and acquiring a boat, the members of the Order of Ash and Bone made their way across Lake Zarevich, where they were quickly derailed by a man haphazardly tossing a wriggling bag into the lake. Toddrick, changing his form into that of a crocodile, leapt into the water to save what turned out to be a little girl, while Stewart and Thorne questioned the man, who seemed to believe this act would appease the lake and grant him fish. Rescuing the young girl, the group proceeded to the foothills where they encountered the Red Wizard and her addled mind. However, in a moment of clarity, she took the group to her secret mountain lair, where her mental faculties were temporarily restored by Auntie Nanny, whereupon she was able to explain how she came to live in her current state and exactly what happened to put Toddrick in his. Boom. So, you guys awoke on the ground outside of the mountain cave. There is no plush beds around you. There is no massive mansion. There is nothing of what seems to be this pleasant, hidden lair that you guys had stumbled upon. You guys wake up. Toddrick, you feel something in your pocket. The rest of you wake up fine. Auntie Nanny, the little old lady young girl, is next to you, snoring away, as children and elderly are wont to do. What are you guys doing? What's your plan?
Well, I'm gonna definitely reach into my pocket and take care of whatever that is.
There should be a note.
I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to already know what it is, because I think you told me what it was last time.
Yep. Let me go ahead and show this to you on your screen.
I clicked it. I remember.
You remember.
Yeah.
You got it.
I want to kind of keep this to myself.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a note you found in your pocket. You can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
What are the rest of you guys doing? You guys all went to bed in sweet plush beds, and you woke up on hard stone ground.
Nanny's going to kind of like nudge the little girl, and all right, there you. Yeah, get up. We have to get you back to your home. You creepy old woman, little girl.
As soon as you start jabbing her, she immediately starts to wake up and say, "Take me out!" Oh. Well, yes, take me home. That's where I want to go.
Yeah, that's where I want to dump you. Jeez, get my reward. Good yarn. Nice, lift her up and start, wiping the dirt off of her. And I use my broom to do it. Just
aggressively hit her.
Yeah, just sort of, like old women tend to do.
Yeah, she just crosses around and swats it. What are you doing? Get away from me. Take me home. This is preposterous. Where am I outside? Why am I on the ground? And she starts wiping her dress off.
Because this is the weird place we're living in now, so just get used to it.
I will not do anything.
You're going to take you back to your creepy family, so that's what you're going to have to get used to them then. How about that? Get! And I, swat her on, the rump to make her go forward. Go!
She begins, toddling forward, and your friends are still asleep. Get away from me, you cool coot.
Oh, they're not going to be asleep after too long. Hello! She shouts, and then starts banging a pot and pan.
So if you guys were not awake yet, you are for sure awake now to the screeches of Auntie Nanny.
Thorne was grumbling, and as soon as the loud noises start, he's gonna sit up really fast and reach over and grab the pans.
Right.
Grabbing, just
Give that back.
hold them still. Take them slowly out of Auntie Nanny's hands. You woke me up.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up from your beauty rest, but you're gonna have to have like a beauty coma to fix what's up with you. Now, so let's head on back to the town, get this girl back, get the reward, prep for Strahd. He's probably gonna try to come and kill us all, with this being the last episode and whatnot. And I try to tug the pots and pans from her. Give those back.
Everyone's confused as you break the fourth wall.
I turn and look at the camera.
It's on a jib boom. It just sort of swings in, and then
the boom mic pokes in.
Yeah.
It's the cool 3D effect. Whoa!
Yeah.
Put on
does the pullback.
And in the background, the little skull on Thorne's head is turning to look at.
And it blinks. It gives a wink at the camera. Stewart,
Yeah.
what are you doing? You hear Thorne and Auntie
Thorne,
Nanny fighting.
Thorne
Yeah.
eats some of her meat
Yeah,
to make her feel better.
that's fair. You do have a backpack full of meat.
Stewart wakes up just like laying flat on his back, staring at the sky, hearing all of this, and he's just so dead inside at this point. This is fitting. One nice night, bed, food, nice crazy old lady. Here we are.
Are you looking at Nanny?
He's
or
just
the
staring
child?
straight at the sky.
Which old lady are we talking
Just
about?
This bullshit. And he starts to slowly get up, look for his armor around. I'm so tired of this place.
As you are tired and rubbing your face and slowly, like a stubborn child, putting or donning your armor, the words echo in your head. Bring me the girl and you can leave.
Well, while that's echoing, Nanny is shouting, "We have to bring the girl back to town!" Like it's overlapping.
It's overlapping.
She's already the little kid's already 50 yards ahead
As
of
you're
us.
trying to block it out.
Yeah.
Both
Bring
of
the
them.
girl. Bring the girl. Bring the girl.
Bring the girl. Bring the girl. Come on, Thorne. We have to keep going.
Toddrick, you've had a moment of crisis in your life. You thought you were a dwarf, and then you thought you were a very small human, and then you weren't sure if you were half human, half dwarf, and then you thought you were from Barovia, and now you find out that your whole family is actually dead, and your adopted father is dead, and your adopted mother is a lunatic living in the mountains. How are you feeling about just life in general, you think?
He's over it.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure.
He's while everybody's getting up, he's still just laying completely down on his back, staring up at what I assume is still dark and cloudy Barovian sky. Not sure if it's 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. Either way, they've slept entirely too long. And he's gonna, sit up like the Undertaker, just and he's gonna take this note and rip off the bottom half, and then give that bottom half to Stewart.
Okay. I'm just going to show you the whole thing, Stu, baby.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't.
I'm afeared.
Show to people.
And that second paragraph.
Yep.
She was crazy, and she still saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, anyone could see that.
Yeah, but she knows things. If it wasn't anything to worry about, she wouldn't have said it or wrote it. She wouldn't have expressed her concern if it was, if it were, as it were. I got hair in my eye.
You're a dwarf. There's hair everywhere.
Yeah.
It says, trust your instincts. What do your instincts say?
Just keep an eye out. But all I know is we gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
And I look at him in the eye and say, "We have got to get out of here."
Yeah. He'll look at the little girl and then look at Toddrick, like kind of knowingly. Gotta bring the girl, right? Probably in the background you hear Nanny echoing, "Bring the girl!"
Bring the girl, bring the girl, bring the girl. Thorne, you must bring the girl. Come on.
I thought it was a different.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
No,
so
just-
it's
You know?
okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm not in the city guard. I don't know what this means.
I wasn't part of the city watch. I was part of the forest watch. We have different signals. It's just a whole different thing.
I'll just require 2 hands.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Cool. So you guys begin walking towards the shore of Lake Zarovich, where you find... go ahead, Thorne.
I grumpily eat meat the entire way.
I assumed nothing less. I assume it's grumbly. There are talks of lack of sleep, eating the child, and eating bats. So yeah, you guys get down to the shore of Lake Zarovich, where you see 2 small wooden boats. Everyone roll me a perception check, please.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Frags, Toddrick, Pro Toddrick, you look out to the lake as you see everyone prepping the boats, and there is a lump just sort of floating in the center of the lake, just sort of cresting and bobbing. Just
So it's like
there.
it's sitting alone in a boggy marsh.
Nope. It's a lake. You feel good about that?
I appreciate that you brick walled the shit out of it. I'm gonna point it out to everybody.
Everyone, you also see this small lump just sort of bobbing up and down in the middle of the lake.
I'm gonna assume that's the guy we dispatched, correct? Or-
Well, let's go find out, I guess.
Hey, who's not up for poking a dead body with a stick? And I
You need
guess
sticks?
I guess we're gonna get on the boat.
Did you say you need sticks?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Run to the woods and grab sticks.
So you just get a handful of sticks and sort of bundle them up. Do you guys all get in the same boat, or do you take 2 separate boats?
I get my own boat with
Okay.
this little kid.
Okay. Does
I make her
anyone go
row.
with Nanny?
I kind of feel like I should.
Yeah, I think me and Stewart would probably be like, "Oh yeah, you should probably go. They need a little bit of protection, you know."
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Good instinct, buddy.
Yeah. No, I was just saying. I mean,
Yeah.
we can take care of me. You need to take care of her. Having total disregard for Stewart's well-being.
Yeah, we can take care of me. As long as you make it out alive, it's fine. Stewart served his purpose.
Right. I just want to make sure Granny doesn't go crazy and kill the kid. So
It wouldn't be the first time someone tried to kill her in the lake.
I'm gonna,
Like
I'm
whacking
gonna
a little
go.
kid on top of the head with the broom. Like,
Paddle!
I'm gonna get between Nanny and the kid.
Okay,
I'm just gonna put the kid in one end, put Nanny in the
on the
other,
opposite side.
and I'm gonna go in the middle. And I'm big enough that they won't be able to go past me.
That's
And
true.
with the big hulking barbarian has
Yeah.
like separate everybody, keep the peace.
So I need Thorne and Stewart to roll me a athletics.
Real middle of the road.
Oh, all right. So, Thorne, you get in the middle. You position one kid on one side. You position Auntie Nanny on the other side, and you start to row. And immediately, the bickering just starts going back and forth.
Yeah.
It's incessant.
I'm yelling at her,
Take me home!
No, take me home. This
take
is
me
where I
home.
live. This is ridiculous. Why are you like this? You're an old woman. You will die any minute now. There's just a lot of
You're
sass.
easily replaceable because you're young.
Everyone loves me. I'm a cherub. This just
No, you're
goes-
not. You're a little
She's like rowing so angrily that she's not actually getting the paddles
Yeah,
in the
there's like
water.
one of the times where you like try to rub your temples and you just keep rowing and you end up just going in circles for a solid minute. Stewart and Toddrick, you can either get to this floating mass in the lake, or you guys can just beeline it to the shore.
Well, Stewart's paddling, and
I feel like we should probably make a pass at it and just kind of see if we can give it an ocular pat down.
look, I'm not proud of
Ocular
this.
pat down.
I don't need to see it again. I'm really not proud of this, but someone had to do it, right? So, can we just go?
You can.
Yeah. I mean, it's up to you. You're paddling. I'm not.
No, I think Stewart's like vocalizing this as
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
yeah. No, I'm good.
And me and the little girl, and with like Thorne being under pressure and maybe not paying attention because she's dealing with us, bump into the lump. Can we bump the lump and see?
I was intending to check it out, so.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Yeah, so Stewart and Toddrick, you guys beeline right for the shore. You guys get there in enough time to get out, and you can actually turn and see them spinning in a circle for like a solid 30 seconds as you see like Thorne covering her face and then like pushing Nanny back and then like switching hands and pushing the kid back while still rowing and trying to keep them as separated as possible. But eventually you get over to this lump. And Auntie Nanny, if you want to try to bump the lump, as the kids say these days,
I roll
you
two.
can try that.
That's right. Get there.
Okay. So what are you trying to do?
Bump the
Just
lump.
flip it over or just poke it with a stick?
I reach up my broom and you stupid lump, get out the way! You're blocking our boat.
You just sort of like jab at it with. Do you use it with the broom handle side or do you use the bristle side?
The bristle side.
Okay. How aggressively are you bumping the lump?
I bump it with the force of 1,000 suns.
Well,
I bump like there ain't no bumped ever before.
gross. Roll me an attack on the.
Okay, I attack the lump.
A 14,
14.
a 14 will bump the lump.
Nice.
Give me some damage on your bump.
I roll for
Now
two,
the lump is grump.
2 bump damage.
It's a grumpy bumped lump, guys.
Grumpy bump lump.
It's real. It's a real hard day for this grumpy bumped lump. Yeah, so you swat this thing. Get out of the way! And you start hitting it with the broom. And every time you hit it, it just sort of like bloop, it bloop, bobs back down and back up. But it doesn't seem to move or strike back at you. But you see every time you hit it, like a few bristles just sort of stick into its bloated form.
Thorne, bump that lump out of the way. You have to get the kid and me back home.
Thorne, you have 2 paddles and several weapons. You can bump as many lumps as you want.
I do. I have a javelin, in fact, and I'm gonna use it to like get under one end and flip.
Okay. Yeah, so you sort of get under there. You feel it like tuck in between something, and you just sort of like lift it over, and an arm just sort of and flop. You see this thing flip over, and you see the bloated, pasty white, yeah, bloated, I guess is the word. Pasty white, disgusting corpse of that man that Stewart Gibbs definitely 100% drowned in cold blood. His features are all like puffed out and distended. His eyes are red and purple, and you see his tongue is like it's sort of sticking out of his mouth, swollen. But it just sort of lolls to the side, and just you can see that like there ligature marks on like its neck. They look kind of like stretch marks. If Dragonborn knew what that was, what stretch marks are, I'm sure as a visual, everyone knows what that means. But there are just stretch marks on its neck and places where the skin is exposed. You can see stretch marks in like strange places like arms and neck, and some on his face.
So, like something else was wrapped around it.
No, you ever see those? You ever see those things when a whale dies at sea, that beaches itself?
Oh, because of the skin.
Yeah, like that.
Okay. So she'll just look at it, and then she'll look at the little girl. And she'll point it at the guy. Be like, See, he's dead now. He's not gonna hurt you again.
She lunges forward towards you and grabs one of the oars that's in the ring and sort of like jabs it out and whacks him, and you see it boop, and it's right in the stomach, and it sort of like pops back up, and she says, "No, it won't." And she slides the oar back in and says, "Now take me home."
I'll start rowing again as fast as I can.
She looks over Thorne's shoulder and says, "That'll be you."
No, put that for you, you little brat. I start swatting at her with my broom.
We could have left you there.
That could be you. That should have been you.
Strahd's coming for you.
No, you.
There's just more sass back and forth.
She's just sitting there going, I could eat both of them. Just go so fast.
Yeah.
Like a couple of bites, it'd be gone.
Yeah.
And silence, blessed silence.
And neither one could fight back, really. Like, at the end of the day, they're both...
So easy.
They both have the strength of children.
She's just gonna fantasize about it the whole time.
So, Toddrick and Stewart, you guys see this attack on what is clearly the bloated man that Stewart killed in cold blood as a member of the guard.
I'm sure we hear the voices carrying over the water too.
Oh yeah, because it's just quiet and it's a very still, placid lake.
It's a good thing Thorne went with them. I'd have probably drowned both of them.
Yeah, you've come to be pretty good at it.
I mean, one and done, but
don't get all emo-y on me here, Gibbs. Come on.
It's a good skill to have. Murder.
Like I look back and all of a sudden his hair is just like combed over his face and he's just hunched over paddling.
He turned his collar up.
Yeah. Popped the collar, started dancing.
Yep. So you guys watch this scenario happen as they slowly begin to make their way, and you see the pleading eyes of Thorne just praying for a merciful barbarian death before she has to listen to any more of these people as the boat just and makes way on land. You guys can easily help Auntie Nanny and the child out of the boat and begin your trek back to where are you guys going?
I will pick both of them up by the scruff of the neck to take them out of the...
I expect nothing less. You guys are pretty decent at your navigation skills since you went straight across the lake and then straight back. So you know that if you take the footpath right before you where the dock is, you'll end up back in Vallaki if that's where you want to go. And Auntie Nanny, you know that through Vallaki out the western gate is the Vistani camp.
Yeah, Nanny's going to definitely go through Vallaki, head through the western gate, and just we're going to paddle/broom fight our way down to where the whatchamacallums are at. Her people.
The Vistani?
Yes, Vistani.
Okay. Yeah. Do you guys go through town, or do you go around the wall city?
All is well there now, right? So,
I mean, as far as you know.
Yeah, if it's okay for us to go into town, maybe we could pick up something if they have any supplies.
Sure. I mean, they have basic, adventuring supplies. They don't have anything crazy.
Yeah, I'm just curious when we grab some healing potions. That would be possible.
You can get them from the Vistani people, if you can get them from anyone. Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll wait for that.
Yeah, as you learned yesterday, the majority of the people here in Barovia are not, in fact, real. And they're all facets of Strahd's mind, and therefore don't need things like healing potions. Also, he regularly kills and does something with heroes. So, I mean, maybe he doesn't want them around. The Vistani people are likely to have it, if anyone's going to have it, though. So, yeah, you guys enter the walled city. You guys get to the walled city. There's two different guards than yesterday. They don't need to go to the inn. They're fine. But they let you guys in. They kind of eye you curiously, the fact that you're what look to be for, at least some kind of adventurer or, daring do, toting around a small child. A loud, aggressive, small child. And they kind of give you funny looks as you kind of walk in as they why is it like a kid? It's weird. and you can hear them like muttering back and forth about you bringing a child into the woods and what you could have been doing there. But you guys can easily make it through the city, and as Stewart Gibbs believes, all is well in Vallaki. Nothing seems quite out of place. The people are milling about as they were previous to the Festival of the Sun. The wolf heads from the previous festival are still rotting, and no one leaps out of shadows and tries to kill you. So it seems like a good day.
I was going to go on record and say I don't think Stewart was being serious when he said all is well.
Thanks, Stewart.
I mean, I
Could be. Could be. So you guys make it through the city to the main square. No one stops you. Nothing's happening, and you almost fall as you guys bank to the right and begin walking out towards the east gate. Again, met by guards who questioningly look at you as you are bringing a small child out into the wilderness. And unless you guys speak to them, they let you pass, although they're not really sure why. And you make it out to the other side, where Auntie Nanny knows where the Vistani camp is and can lead the way.
Yeah, Nanny just like whacks the girl on top of the head with a broom and says, you want to go home? There's home over there. And I point at the tents. Now get, like, shoo her forward.
Let me see here. This giant, sexy map. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So you guys show up here on the map of the Vistani camp. Auntie Nanny, you've been here before, and you know that there's a massive hill atop which there are wagons and Vistani revelry, and there are several squat houses along the base of this thing. I believe you start brooming the woman, the young woman up the stairs. Up the path, and you begin following her. The rest of you, what are you three doing? Are you following behind Auntie Nanny?
Yeah, trying to keep her away from kid. Where are we supposed to be here? I think, just keeping an eye out around them, because she sort of expects danger everywhere now, so.
That's fair. That's a fair assumption.
Yeah.
You guys are there on this path.
Okay.
You guys can drag out tokens if you so choose. But there's not a whole lot going on here right now. So yeah, Stewart and Toddrick, are you also following along?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Nanny kind of seems to be in with these folks. So strange as it may be, Stewart probably trusts her to lead this little interaction.
Makes sense.
Yeah, Todd's gonna stick close to Stewart and just kind of, but he's gonna suggest we don't go too far in because he doesn't want Stewart to get drunk again.
Okay. And Stewart is becoming slowly becoming an alcoholic, apparently. So the woods part to reveal an expansive clearing. There's a small grass-covered hill. There's low houses built on the side, but fog kind of obscures the finer details of the homes. But you can see that each one of them is pretty solid woodwork. Everything's carved. You can't really see the intricacies of the carvings, but they are there. And atop the hill, you can see multicolored lanterns, very similar to what you saw the first time you went to Vistani. The rest of you met them. You see there's large barrel-topped wagons, and they're all kind of surrounding this massive tent that takes up the majority of the hill. And you guys can see a massive column of smoke pouring out of the top of the tent. And you guys can smell the odor of horses and then a little bit of wine in the background there.
Is there food?
Are you marching all the way up to the top of the hill?
This is where the girl is from, right?
Yes, this is where the girl is from.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I hand her over to responsible other person.
Okay,
So
not Nanny.
Yeah,
Yes.
Nanny's gonna shout out,
someone who knows her.
Luvash, Arokal, we have your kid.
You see them both walk out of the tent. Is that the old woman? Old woman,
Yes,
what
it
are
is.
What are you doing here? Did you bring the wine?
No, but I brought this little kid. And I broom the little girl forward.
Luvash sees the little girl and he kind of runs towards her and scoops her up. And then he begins walking back, and you can hear him muttering, "Where did you go? What happened?" And Aragal walks forward and says, "Well, thank you for bringing them back. What happened? Where was she?"
There was a guy, and he took her, but we killed him, and we brought her back.
Oh.
It was a big fat man trying to throw her into the river to sacrifice or something out in the lake or whatnot. But yeah, he's not doing that anymore. We threw him in the lake as well.
There's nothing to sacrifice in that lake. I appreciate what you've done. It saves us the work of doing it ourselves. And thank you for bringing back my niece. What can I offer you?
I need some special ink for copying some spells from a spell book over into mine. I'm trying to combine the two.
I believe we may have something like that. Come inside. And he motions for you to come into the large tent. And then if you guys do, he doesn't actually come in. You see him walk off towards one of the covered wagons. He clearly, like, it's one of those, like, what the hell's that guy? Stromboli from Pinocchio. It's a wooden wagon, and he opens the door and walks up the stairs into it, and then closes the door. And you can see it, like, sort of shift as he's, like, clearly looking for something inside of it. But he's gone for, like, a solid few minutes. So you guys have an open tent flap before you, and you guys are able to walk inside here. Luvash is inside with Arabelle, just sort of, like, coddling over her, like he's fixing her hair and straightening her out, and then you see, like, as you guys walk in, you see him, like, shove her towards, like, or sort of move her towards like a corner of this circular tent where there are, like, partitions, and he's, like, clearly trying to get her to go get herself fixed and not be in a disgusting wet dress that was thrown into Lake Zarevich. As you walk in, he turns to you and says, "Thank you for bringing my daughter back. What exactly happened? I heard you killed a man."
You heard wrong.
Oh.
He took her.
He chose his fate.
He
Enjoy your stay.
And he brought her to the middle of the lake, and he tried to throw her in the lake, and we said no.
Oh. And who killed him?
And then he points back to Stewart.
You see him reach down behind, like, poofy pillows, and he pulls up a bottle of wine, and he walks over to you, Stewart, and says, "This is our last one," and hands you a bottle of wine.
Stewart's got a whole lot going on about blood money and all of that, but he's taken that bottle.
Yeah.
But he's angry about it.
Yeah. With himself?
A little bit,
yeah. Now, Stewart, is this how cops go dirty?
I mean, it's how city watchmen go dirty.
Hey, listen, if you wouldn't have done what you did, the guy definitely would have chose someone else, and you saved more than just one life.
Kill him. I just told him to swim home.
And Toddrick is an enabler. Got it. Cool. Good stuff.
Every crooked cop needs a shitty partner.
He looks to you as you sort of drink it, and you can see, like, he licks his lips, and he says, "Miss," and he looks to Auntie Nanny and says, "Did you happen to come by any wine in your travels?"
Well, I did come by some wine, but there was another deal already set on the table, and a bunch of the wine we found was corrupt. And I take the wineskin out of my pocket, pop the cap, and show. If you drink of this, it'll make you sick and possibly kill you. I think if this is wine you'd want.
What if it was?
Oh. In that case, I may be able to fetch you several barrels of it.
Do you mind if I have that for now? And he puts his hand out.
I hand it to him.
He corks it, and then he like walks over and hangs it on one of the wooden beams inside the tent. And says, "Well, you never know when something like that could come in handy. Now, what else can I assist you with?"
Well, do you guys have any, like, potions or food or both?
I have one particular potion that will allow safe passage through the fog that surrounds the valley.
Really?
Fog.
Is that the kind of potion you're interested in?
I mean, I gotta go fight some stuff, so I was kind of thinking maybe something that would make me heal, but that other thing also sounds awesome. I think some of us might need that.
Well, let me see what I can find for you. Stay here. Arabelle, watch them. And you see the girl like poke her head out from behind the partition. And then she sees Auntie Nanny and scowls at her. And then he walks out of the tent flap, leaving you four alone inside this place with Arabelle yet again. As he walks towards a different way. You guys can kind of see through the waving tent flap that he walks towards a different wagon. Yeah, so you guys are alone in here. This place is enormous. It's a massive tent. It is like Auntie Nanny. You have seen a tent similar to this. This is larger. There's covered lanterns of varying colors all around the inside. There are carpets laid across the ground, like just sort of overlapping on top of each other. There are benches. There's a large central. There's actually like 3 large central pillars, and then there are wooden beams that sort of go cross sections off of that. There's a fire in the center that it's spiraling that smoke out of there, and there are large like poofy pillow things all over the place. And there's like weird kind of like knickknacks and things hanging. Like there's like a stick man that's like hanging there. There's like this new wineskin. There's a few pieces of like piecemeal armor. There's like a few like weird partitions. And Stewart, roll me intelligence.
I've got that.
And Toddrick as well.
No, I don't.
Nope, you don't. I heard you mumble something, Toddrick, but you're muted, so I didn't get the whole.
I clicked on. I tried to click on my character sheet, and I ended up minimizing it.
Well, way to go.
I'm sorry. You said intelligence?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys notice all the things I just said in the tent, and that's about it. And you see this girl, like you hear like a few like bumps coming from behind the partition, and then like oh god, why is this so difficult? And then you see her poke her head out and scowl at Nanny, and then come back in and like put more things on, and then she eventually comes out in like 5 or so minutes. She walks out and she says she's in a new dress now, and her hair is like in a messy bun, and she looks over and she says, "Now, when will you be leaving? You've done what you need to do. Now get out."
As soon as I get my reward.
Your reward was the pleasure of bringing me home.
No, it wasn't. No, it was not that. There was no pleasure bringing you home, you little brat. And I run over her and I start screaming, jumping.
With the broom.
You little rat. Just because you get a pretty dress on doesn't mean I can't pop you on the head.
I'm gonna pick Nanny up by the scruff of her neck, and I'm gonna hold her out at arm's length and just walk to the outside of the tent, put her down outside the tent, and then go back to Stewart and be like, "So, where are we going then?"
Nanny, you hear from inside the tent, "Someone took the trash out, finally!"
Oh, you hear Nanny like around the other side of the tent to where the little girl is at. And
are you gonna burrow underneath the tent flap?
yeah, I'll take out my pot. I'll start digging.
Yeah, so you guys hear this like noise coming from a weird section of the tent. You're not really sure what it is. Yeah, so Thorne asks what the plan is to Stewart and Toddrick. What is the plan?
I mean, if she was offered a reward, shouldn't she get it? I mean, I'm not saying. And he's going to look at Nanny. Were you offered a reward? Or are you expecting a reward?
Nanny's gone.
Nanny's outside.
She got put outside.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought she said she brought her over to us.
No. Thorne walked her outside and dropped her off, and then Thorne walked back to you.
Okay, my bad. I thought she said she walked him. Okay. I heard her say she walked over to us. I thought she still had her in her clutches.
Nope.
Okay, so I'm posing that question. If she was offered a reward,
he's coming back with stuff, but after that,
oh,
where are we going? Because I super want to kill Strahd.
he's gonna look over at Stewart. Oh, should we go see the town's new burgermeister? Isn't that what she is, burgermeister?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Maybe she's got some ideas about how to kill Strahd. Or, stuff.
Yeah, I believe she is the key to all of this.
Okay, let's do that. I want food, and then we go. And can we keep an eye on Nanny? She's being really weird.
What?
Even she sees it.
I know.
Yeah, she's weirder than usual.
She's a bit ornery. She's a little angry lately. So
She's being really mean. And I got taught that you're not supposed to be mean.
well, we might have to put her down.
Okay.
He says it in kind of jest, but to kind of gauge her reaction.
I don't know if Thorne thinks you're joking or she's actually wants to kill Nanny. At this point, where you hear like the okay, Nanny, you get like just enough under there that you can poke your head out and get your broom, and you're like you get like just like the up to your armpits, and you can broom her in the legs if you like, the little girl.
Oh yeah, I'm like swatting at her and just yeah, of course you look clean. The water they dumped you into failed its dexterity save to get out of your way, and I start like
just hitting her with the broom, like spurting dust up at her from the ground.
Yeah.
So you guys see half of Nanny just underneath the tent, whacking this girl in the legs as she's trying to stomp on the broom and stop it from happening. Get away from me, you crazy woman! Get away! And she's stomping, trying to get the broom away from her. As you turn to see this fiasco happening, Luvash and Aragal walk back inside, and they look to you, the three of you, and they kind of look to Nanny and Arabelle, and they say, "What is your friend doing? Why is she?"
Oh, they get along real well.
Yes, Arabelle has an affinity for the elderly.
Clearly.
Yeah.
She's definitely an old soul. He's gonna elbow Stewart.
Oh, that was real bad. I'm kind of proud of you.
In game and out. He looks to Thorne, and he walks over to you and hands you a very like delicate crystal vial. He says, "This is the only one we have. Take this." And he hands you a greater healing potion. And he says, "And I heard you mention something about food." And in his other hand is a stick with meat on it, and it's still smoking. She just took it off like some kind of spit, and hands it to you and says, "We don't have much, but we sent most of our hunters out to find Arabelle. With her here now, we can hunt for food and hopefully some wine, wherever the wine lives."
Thank you. And she'll like really carefully put put the potion in one of her pockets, and then she's gonna go find a corner where she can sit down and like enjoy her meat.
You see that Aragel walks over to to Arabelle and Nanny on the ground and sort of just picks up Arabelle and moves her, and then he reaches down and puts a vial of ink, like an inkwell, on the top of your broom. As you're sticking it out there, he kind of puts it there and says, "That should do what you need, I think."
I mage hand it towards me and then scuttle back to town
Just
to
you zoom
yeah,
out.
like a little cartoony diggly diggly diggly
Yeah.
diggly as she just scurries down the hill.
Yeah, you guys hear someone. You see Nanny slip out, and then you hear like the crunching of footsteps in grass, and Nanny never comes back.
Yeah, a little muffled. Unlimited power.
I'll get you, little girl. And the three of you are left inside this this tent as Luvash kind of walks over to you, Toddrick, and he looks down to you and says, "And you,
Enjoy your stay.
what can I give you? Your friend got wine. Your other friend got food. Is there anything you would ask of us?" Toddrick.
Yeah, no, he's thinking.
Oh, okay.
Dude, he's gonna like go like this. And, do you have anything leathery? You know, to protect the soft bits. Looking for him. He's gonna look over at Stewart and be like, "What an upgrade."
Stewart clangs his metal. You see Luvash kind of look to Aragel, who is a stocky, like sort of built guy, and he walks over to him and says, "Brother, take this off." And you see him like remove his shirt, and then below his shirt is an actual like leather jerkin. And he begins to like undo the toggles and pull it over his head, and he hands it to you, and it is slightly damp on the inside, and smells of unwashed man. But it is, in fact, leather armor that you can wear. And then he begins to slowly put his shirt back on. And he adjusts the toggles on that. Says, "That served me well. It should do the same for you."
He's gonna inspect it, pretending like he knows what he's looking
Anything about
for.
anything? Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you lived in the woods for quite a while, so you know good leather from bad leather. If you want, roll me a nature check.
I don't, but I'm going to.
It appears to be some kind of wolf hide.
Wolf hide, okay.
There's a few holes in it. You're not sure. Actually, you would be sure. So there's a few holes in it. You can tell that some of them came from poor skinning techniques, and that at least one of them is from an arrow in the torso. Yeah, looks like it's good quality.
All right. And does it fit?
It does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's gonna put it on over everything else.
Yeah. It's a little hard to get into first because it's a little wet on the inside, but it sort of like sticks to like sleeves, and you kind of put it on, and then you gotta like do that thing where you hold it and then peel the shirt away from it and sort of get your shirt settled back down.
I get it on and it's all tight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, and then I finally see that there's like it's got like it's tied, like its tightness is tied to the straps on the side. So I kind of like untie one of them and it just goes poof like an exploded can of biscuits. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, he's gonna untie the other side too, and then kind of go just to him and be like, can you make it me size again, please?
Stewart will oblige because he appreciates any wounds his friend doesn't take on account of this.
Mm-hmm.
It's you dwarves are real awkward shaped. I don't get down on dwarves very often, but you're shaped so weird, just so barely.
Are you done? Are you done? Can you just tie me up, please? Thank you.
Yes. I'll cinch up.
Oh, you humans are so tall.
All right, no, I see your point. Listen. Calm down. I got this bottle of wine, and I intend to share it with you at some point. Don't make me change my mind.
I mean, I don't think I could do anything that make you change your mind. You were going to share with me anyway.
You could do things.
Gross. You guys are gross. Thorne, you see this another bromantic exchange happening as they are collectively getting Toddrick dressed. As you chomp on your meat. What are you doing in this whole situation?
Well, I'm gonna really try and enjoy the meat. I'm gonna try and just tune everything out just for 5 seconds and just have a happy moment.
Mm-hmm.
She has meat and it's fresh and warm. Oh, so good. And she's gonna start she's just planning, getting herself kind of psyched up for what's ahead, keeping an eye on everything still. Like, even though she's trying to sit and relax, she's still just, every noise is like, she's got to check it out.
Yeah.
She's really struggling to, like, relax.
Yeah. And you are on alert because what you notice when you first come into the camp is there are several people. In fact, there's like 1 or 2 people like on the edges of the tent just passed out. But they're like on the outside edge of the tent, and you saw like there were other bodies, and obviously this was a fresh cooking meat off the spit. So you're sure there's more people here that outnumber you, and there's noises and like the pop and crack of a fire happens every once in a while, or the whinny of a horse. Or like the sound of it stamping into the ground. And the last time you saw a horse, it was on fire, and Strahd rode it. So I'm sure you're a little jumpy about that.
Yeah.
But
I just think Strahd is everywhere now.
Yeah. Good. But you guys all get yourselves situated. You get all the things you desired. And when you begin to leave the tent, you see that Nanny is nowhere to be found.
Oh, shit.
Hey, has anyone seen a really, really old lady? Anyone?
You
She
hear
had a broom.
You hear from the ground, Stewart. One time I saw a little lady.
Anyone but him?
You see another guy who's like currently brushing down a horse and says, "Old woman, raving lunatic with a broom.
That's the one.
Shouting
Yeah.
about power.
Yep.
She went that way," and he points down the hill back towards town.
Well, she couldn't have gotten far.
Okay.
Wait, why do you say that?
I mean, she's old, unless she was riding the damn broom.
And then we screen wipe to Auntie Nanny, who's gotten far. Auntie Nanny, where are you, and what are you doing?
She's outside the gates of Valaki and just... Could not. Why did I run? Oh, that was stupid. Oh,
There are so many
shit.
horses around.
There's so many horses. I could have made that stupid dwarven just dirt goblin turn into something and let me like ride it to town. Oh God. Ah, my knees. They're fake knees, but they still hurt. And she starts to I just saunter where she can. She goes to the Blue Inn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey there. Horses. God, give me a room. With lots of candles, I need lots of light. Good ointment.
The man you spoke to just a day ago, that sort of told Toddrick.
Yes, you.
He looks to you and says, well, "You still have a room. The burgomaster.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Where are your companions? Did you find the mad wizard?"
Yes. Found a mad wizard. Found the creepy small child. Made a deal with some party folk out there, the tent people, and the hand got awards to the rest of my friends. You have candles. Need lots of candles, so I can see.
Would this help you defeat Strahd? And he's like reaching out of the bar, and you can hear like the sound of candles stacking.
Yes, that'll help me defeat Strahd. Yes.
Here, take these. And he hands you a bundle of 10 candles.
I take the bundle of 10 candles. I go up the stairs very slowly, like, oh God, damn it!
Holding
You get
him
like
back.
you have like a dumb waiter, or even a regular waiter that can just carry me up.
with his hands. Okay, I'm so
Yeah.
old. My hands are so old.
The man you were talking to is a strapping young lad, and he kind of walks over to you, mostly concerned for the Barovian potential equivalent of a lawsuit. And he just sort of scoops you and lifts you up and says, What happened? Why are you in this shape? What have you done? And he begins to walk you upstairs.
I ran about 50 whole yards on my own, just from the party people over here. I finally got me. It's been so long. I finally been able to take this book and put them together into one giant super Stephen King sized book, and it's going to be fantastic. I'll have all my spells all in one happy little place.
Were you being attacked? Why would you run? Where are your friends?
I was running because I got excited. You ever got excited? Now mush! I
He
get my high
starts
heels.
and he's like, oh. And
Up.
he begins walking you back up the top of the stairs and sort of unceremoniously plops you down in front of the large door to where you and your friends are staying.
I unlock the door, slam it behind me, and I slam both books down, open them both up, and begin immediately to copy.
You hear from the door, if you need anything,
Go away!
all right, that's rude.
I know it's rude. Go away. That's why I said it. So you get out.
You hear the thump, thump, thump of him walking down the stairs. So you are copying spells aggressively and hurriedly.
Yes, I'm
copying spells.
aggressively scribing.
Perfect.
I am scribing like never before.
Like a mad woman,
Yes.
like an Auntie Nanny. Okay, you can totally do that. The rest of you realize that Auntie Nanny's gone. She went in the direction of the town, and you don't actually see her through the wide open field up to the forest. What are you guys doing? Taking this opportunity to just run the other way?
I mean, this problem does seem to have worked itself out. So
It seems like a win-win at this point, guys.
what are your instincts saying, guys?
To go to the lady that we crowned leader of Valaki.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thorne wants to
Yeah.
see her, right?
Maybe.
Thorne wants to see your girlfriend and
Shut up.
shut up.
You're a girl, shut up.
She's like fixing her armor and bones and spikes, making sure all her super metal stuff is looking super metal.
All right, let's go do that then. I mean,
Okay,
if Nanny's alive,
we'll
She'll
hear
t-
about it.
yeah, she'll turn up.
She's very loud lately.
Yeah.
She's very loud. Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, so you guys unimpededly begin to walk down the hill. You see that more and more of the people that are on top of the hill begin to slowly, groggily get up, and they're listlessly moving around and checking things. And it appears as though they're recovering from severe alcohol abuse for what seems like days now, or it's withdrawals. You're not really sure what it is, but they seem to have
As
been.
I walk away with the last of
As
their
you
wine.
walk over the last of their wine. You guys descend the hill. No one really stops you. There's some longing looks as you just draw hard on the wine as they sort of.
Oh no,
follow
Stewart
you.
hasn't started drinking.
Oh, you
yet.
know, okay. You're waiting.
Special
until-
occasion.
Oh, right. When you defeat Strahd, yeah, obviously. So you guys begin walking down this path. Are you walking with any kind of speed or haste, or are you just sort of casually making your
Well,
way downtown?
it's hard, right? Because you don't want to look too eager,
Yeah.
but you don't want to look like you're bored and you don't want to be there. So
Right.
you gotta,
Yeah.
how do you approach this? Like
As Thorne is saying this out loud, trying to figure out how to talk to Irina.
just muttering to herself.
Just giving herself a pep talk.
Yeah.
I could just say hi to her, or I could just say I killed a vampire for you.
I mean, I did, but
Any one of these would work. I like both of these options if I had to guess.
so many things I could say.
Stewart and Toddrick, you see her muttering, and I assume you guys just sort of shake your head and follow along back towards the town itself. Again, the gate is closed. and you see that thing like slide open. You see a set of eyes peer through, and well, I was wondering when you would come back. Your crazy woman, she ran in here several minutes ago. Something about power, ultimately.
Sounds about right.
Yep. Do you see where she went?
She went down the main street in the direction of the inn, I think. And he points down the center road that runs all the way through Vallaki.
Yeah, when you get to her age, nap time hits real hard. It's an emergency.
She seemed quite out of breath. I think she ran here.
I guess she really wanted a nap.
Real hard, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know the feeling. Sometimes I want a nap, and it's, it's a good time, but... Oh, hold on. And you hear... And he begins to wrench the gate open for you. Sorry, I was distracted by your just strange discussion. Yes, I hope she's not dead. She went that way.
Time's gonna go, us too.
This guy comments on strange discussion and says something like that.
I'm just gonna give him a thumbs up.
Makes sense. Yeah, he just sort of waves and closes the gate behind you. Says, well, if you need anything, it's real lonely at the gate. Have a good day.
I'm gonna give him a little piece of my backpack one.
One of the jerkies. He says,
Yeah.
well, thank you, Miss. Miss.
Thorne.
And he begins to he just takes it and puts it in his mouth so he doesn't have to talk anymore. He's not really sure what to say. He says, yeah, no, have a good day. And he begins eating the jerky. Guys, no one thinks about the guards. It's boring on guard duty.
It really is.
Yeah. Selfish, really, guys. So you don't just stay and talk to them. So you guys make your way downtown, passing no crowds, and you're homebound. You make it to the Blue Water Inn. You walk in, and Mardikov sees you there, and he looks around and says, you crazy old woman. She went upstairs. You don't look so good. And he points towards Toddrick. Did you find everything you wanted?
Found what I needed. Not necessarily what I thought I wanted, but, life.
Did you get the assistance you required to...
We got some assistance, yes.
Oh, good.
Which way did the elderly person go?
And he points to the stairs. She asked for candles, and something about a book.
Would I know that what she's trying to do?
Yes. You would assume that she's trying to... You're not sure what the candles have anything to do with.
I'm sure it's a dark room. We're
sure it's not nefarious at all.
We're in Barovia, and it's like...
Yeah.
28 days of night or whatever.
Yeah. But you assume that she asked in front of you for a special kind of ink, so you would assume that she would do something like that. Transfer paperwork.
That's right. She did ask for that ink. I'm stupid. I listened to her say she mage handed back in Ryan.
Well, I remember her asking for it. So.
Man, I don't know. Are we okay with her getting this much power?
I don't know how to not. So if she gets real uppity, I have a giant axe. So
If she gets uppity.
solves most problems.
Time to put old Nanny down. Oh, Nanny, come back, Nanny. First doggone hand in the west.
That's terrible.
I don't know. What do your instincts say, Todd?
Well, we always, as long as she uses her newfound powers to help us accomplish our goal, it's okay, but to what extent is she going to use it to accomplish her own? We don't know if she has any nefarious plots or plans. She's been acting real weird lately.
Yeah, but do you remember when they were stealing all that money from the winery? And it was like, so this is what we're doing. We're just going evil now, and they put the money back. Everything was good, right? So I think we're good. We're good.
I think everything's going to be fine.
Okay, well, when the lightning bolt starts to fly, you're the lightning rod, my friend.
You can call me Lightning Stick.
He's going to look at it and go, no, I can't. And, yeah.
You guys are the worst.
We know.
So you guys head upstairs?
I still want to talk to
Erwin?
Burgermeister lady.
Oh, right.
No.
Yeah, you guys can leave Auntie Nanny to her own devices and head wherever you want.
I'm afraid we're gonna walk into the room and it's gonna be just flying around. She's gonna be like,
She's just in there naked.
She actually only writes in the nude. That's why you haven't seen it before.
"This is my process. Get away!
I have to get in the mood.
This is my naked dance.
I'm a wizard."
Oh,
so you guys can easily leave her. You can abandon her to her own devices and head down towards the Burgomaster's house if you so choose.
yeah. Todd's gonna say something like, "Well, maybe we should just, as long as we know where she's at, leave her to her own devices. It's gonna take her some time to do this." So.
Yeah, I just think, we're not as inconsiderate as her. Maybe I'll just pop up, let her know where we're going.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go clean myself up.
Of course she will, yeah. And he's gonna look at Erwin and be like, "I'll have a drink."
Yeah, he looks to you and says, "Yeah, I'll join you." And he takes out 2 glasses and pours it's a small glass. And he pours you like liquor and slides it across, and sort of nods to you as he drinks his down.
Is it like one of those cool slides from like way across the bar, or is it like a 2-foot like here?
No, it's like he's standing in front of you and just pours
okay.
it and places it in front of you, and then he like tips his towards you and then sloshes the whole thing back. Says, "It's been a day. It's been a day."
Yeah, Toddrick's not gonna smash his down. He's just gonna sip it. It's not even over yet.
So can you turn into a raven or?
I don't really do the bird thing. Not really big into flying.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. It takes a lot of work.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's work.
Pitch in the yaw. It's hard to get to handle on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. You got it. You nailed it right on the head.
Yeah. I mean, we teach children to do it, but
Yeah. No, it's okay. I get it. You don't have to keep rubbing it in. Can you turn into anything other than a raven?
No.
Oh,
Just
I can turn into many things.
What's that like? You think?
I don't know. You know what it's like to turn into a raven, right?
Yeah. No.
It's like that, but with other animals. That's what it's like.
Does it hurt
Like,
every time?
you get used to it. It's more like like sometimes when you touch the handle of the door or your beer or something, and you get a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that, but all over the body.
Now, can you turn other people into animals as well?
Oh no, that's not a thing. Not me. I don't know. The old lady up there, maybe she could probably do it. But
He kind of leans in towards you, and he's holding both hands on his cup. And he says, "Now, do you want to?"
so I want to be able to turn people into animals.
Well, just the raven.
Oh, do I want to be able to turn other people into ravens?
And yourself.
Well, the raven thing, like I said, meh. Not what I want to do, really.
Well, he puts his glass back down. Well, if you ever change your mind, let me know.
I mean, no. I'm not saying I don't like. It's just I'll learn it. I just don't.
It's less of a learning thing and more of a, let's call it an initiation.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
So Stewart and Thorne, where are you guys?
I went to clean myself up. I gotta be presentable.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna come back down and wait very impatiently, but try and look like I'm being patient.
Sure. Thorne's best version of what patience looks like. I like it. Now, Thorne, I believe you and Nanny were in the same room. Actually, I think it was... Yeah. You were in the same room.
Yeah. Yeah, we were.
Nanny, how nude are you? Just curious.
Well, she is quite nude,
Okay.
but fortunately / unfortunately, she sags in all the right places where you can't see anything. So
Thorne doesn't really appear all that bothered by it. So
yeah, I figured she's and like right when Thorne comes in, Nanny like blows all the candles out. She's done, and oh goodness! Hello, Thorne.
Stewart, roll me perception.
Oh, please be low.
And
Yeah.
A Constitution save.
the Constitution, yeah, so you don't vomit all over the place.
Hey, you have a breath weapon too.
Stewart, you are walking up with Thorne. Thorne opens the door as you're going to tell Nanny where you are, and you just see all the lights go out, all the candles go out, which saves you from seeing anything you wouldn't want to see. Thorne, however, you walk into this dark room. You also see nothing because I always forget that Dragonborn don't have dark vision. You walk in there as you see the lights get blown out, and you just hear Auntie Nanny's voice talking to you in just complete abject darkness.
Hello.
Hello, Rubens.
Hello, Thorne.
what are you doing?
I'm copying spells from this creepy person's book into my spell book so that I'll have them all in one.
Okay. Are you gonna be doing that for a long time?
It'll probably take until way into the night.
Okay. We're gonna go do some stuff.
How long have these pictures been here?
I've been doodling them for quite a bit.
God damn it. I just went back over to this, and I don't know what to do with myself.
It's all of us running from Strahd.
It's amazing.
Where's Toddrick?
I'm working on him. I
working on
haven't
it?
gotten
Alright,
to him yet.
That's fair. Let's just zoom in on this so that everyone else can experience what I'm seeing here. Guys, it's the finale.
I've been giggling. I was giggling about it the whole time that we were on that street. I was
That's-
watching you draw it.
That's
And
good stuff.
Good.
That's good. It's good. Good. Oh. Whoa.
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 God dang it, Bobby.
God dang it, Morovia.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG is?
I like blood and blood accessories.
It's my son, Joseph.
Yeah, Nanny, I don't even care about your magic books and stuff. I'm glad you're happy with it, but we got to go see Arena for things.
Okay then. I'm just going to keep learning my spells so that I don't have to attune to different books. I'll have them all in one big armory.
Hey, you're not evil, right?
Of course not. I'm Auntie Nanny.
All right.
Don't want
No,
to poke
that's-
your head in here too far.
No, God, no.
In fact, don't poke anything too far.
No.
We're gonna when Thorne's ready, we're gonna go do that. So if you get done and we're not back, come find us.
All right, I'll work on it. Oh, doody-doo, woody-be-be. As she's, it's like a Tingle in the Legend of Zelda games when he's Kula Lu Limpa. Poof, confetti as she's.
He just throws confetti out of the door. Like you don't even know where it came from.
It's like a bunch of like wood chips and coal and buttons. Just bounce off of everybody. Like those like little cookie tins that old people keep like their sewing stuff in. It's just opens one of those and
I like it. God, this picture. So Thorne, you make yourself presentable, or whatever your best representation of presentableness is. Stewart, do you go anywhere else, or do you just not see anything and then go back downstairs?
Yeah, no, the second one.
Okay. So you don't see anything and you leave downstairs. You wait for Thorne there. When you get there, you notice that Toddrick is missing. Toddrick is no longer at the bar. In fact, Toddrick, you are in a small side room behind the bar. You see that there are several large wooden posts sticking out of the wall in like a square atop of the roof, and there are ravens just perched on each one of them. And Erwin Mardikoff leads you in here, and he looks to you and says, "Now, you sure?"
I mean, like, yeah, I guess.
Well, all right then. And he closes the door behind you and he ushers you towards the center of the room. And he just sort of motions both of his hands up, and you see all of the ravens sort of like cock their head and look down at you. And they just sort of like echo it. And he takes a step back and just leans on the door as you see all of the ravens like spread their wings and alight and then descend aggressively towards you. And if you don't do anything to stop them, all of these ravens are going to peck at you.
like in Home Alone 2.
Or the birds.
Or the birds.
What are you doing, Todd? You having some...
Having a crisis.
Having a crisis?
Todd is going to... Oh, Lord. Should I let this happen, or should I do a thing here?
It's up to you, man. He's offering you a gift.
Enjoy your stay.
Todd's gonna see it coming and just close his eyes real tight.
Yep. It hurts.
God dang it. And it hurt.
It hurts. You're getting pecked and scratched and clawed at by like at least 10 ravens that seem to be just hovering and just pecking at you. However, you feel hot wherever they peck and scratch you. Like, you ever get like in a prickle bush where you get scratched and you feel that like warm, like where the scratch hits you, like a paper cut. It's like, you feel that weird tingle. Yeah. It's like that. Every time they peck and scratch you, you feel that weird, that warm tingle. And as the swarm of feathers and wings and beaks and claws sort of ends, you stand just sort of like kind of curled up, I assume, from all the pecks that just keep repeatedly happening. You stand, like, look up. You see that there are no ravens and there are people lining a square around you. And you have just scratches and beak pecks and claw marks all around you. And you feel something different. First, you feel as though your dexterity score is now a 15, if it's not already higher.
No, it is definitely not even close to that.
Oh, it's a 15 now.
Like permanently?
Yeah.
Neat. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And you can now turn into a raven. You can't speak while you're in raven form, but you can turn into a raven.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't speak well in the other forms.
Yep. And while you, if you bite somebody, they can become a raven also. They have to pass a saving throw. But, yeah, and you take, so you can do a bite. You have a bite damage, and you have a, does 1 piercing damage. You know, it's just a tiny bite. And carries the Curse of Lycanthropy. And your bite is based on whichever is higher, your strength or dexterity.
Like a rave canthropy, right?
Rave canthropy. Yeah. Avianthropy.
Avianthropy, there you go.
You are now a were-raven.
They're Raven.
That's so where Raven.
That's so where Raven.
I'm a here raven. So am I like in bird form now?
No, you're just in Stewart form. You just feel these changes sort of happening in your body.
He's gonna like. I mean, am I still like? Am I all pecked up?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'm. He's gonna look over at Erwin. Hey, you probably could have warned me that was gonna hurt.
Did you think it was a drink?
Well, it kind of. I thought it was going to be, you know, oh, drink the blood, do the chants, a couple jumping jacks or something.
No, it's,
Didn't know I was walking into this.
No, the curse is transmitted by blood. Drinking it won't do.
I mean, if I had, like, an open sore in my mouth or something.
No. Not quite.
We could have cut our hands and shook on it, you know? You literally had a whole gang of people beat me up. I think you guys just like, it's like a gang. You wanted to jump me in.
Well,
I feel like it was more ceremonial than it was necessary.
a little bit of both, if we're being honest. A little bit of both. But now you can do whatever you like. But know that if you need the aid of the Keepers of the Feather, all you have but to do is ask.
Who do I ask?
Well, any raven, really.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about like when I'm not here, if I need your help elsewhere, do I just...
You see, well,
The call of Team Nut.
Harwick was the only one to make it out, and he made it back, and didn't make it much further than that, so once you leave, you're on your own.
Well, I just meant not in this general vicinity, my friend.
Oh no, in all of Barovia, you can ask any raven. They're
Okay.
probably all us.
Anyway, do I have the ability to know who is where Raven now? Or not?
Sure. That sounds cool. That sounds like a thing you can totally do.
What's gonna happen then?
All right. So you
I'm gonna walk out the door. Yes.
Yeah, so you walk out the door. As you kind of look back, all of the people are now ravens perched on the top again. And you walk out of the door and you see Toddrick. You see Toddrick. You see yourself. It's a mirror. You see Stewart is sitting in the bar, sort of, I assume, waiting for someone to offer him a drink. But the bar is empty until you walk out and just see him holding his... Oh, no, you disappear your glaive. That's right. Just sort of sitting there, ornery, as Stewart is.
And Todd walks out with the other guy.
He walks out with Erwin. Yep.
Damn it, Toddy! I leave you alone for 5 minutes. You come out of the back room covered in hickeys.
Oh, trust me, these aren't hickeys. These are peckies, my friend.
Oh Jesus! I don't need details. Look, man.
Erwin is an older gentleman. He looks like he's got a thing for older.
I know you're having fun here. We gotta go.
Now, turning into since it's avian
He's in a
anthropy.
pumpkin costume.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's perfect.
Since
Is Erwin Patrick Rothfuss? That's what it looks like in the picture.
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay.
Since it is a form of avianthropy, do I have to expend a wild shape to turn into a raven?
You do not.
Do I know how to do it yet? Can I?
Sure.
Is it just like okay? I didn't know if it was like a.
Yeah, I mean, you know how to turn into animals. I'm sure you can figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do I have to turn into a full raven, or can I just turn parts of my body into a raven?
So you have to turn into a full raven.
Okay, damn.
Yeah, you can't wear half raven, half dwarf. Is that that's the way how it works?
Tingu dwarf. No.
Nope.
He's gonna tell Stewart to come out back with him. Like, now, he don't want to do that on the front. He's just gonna show him.
Yeah, assuming we're still waiting for Thorne anyway. He'll follow him.
Yeah, Thorne's gonna get pretty. She's gonna realign all of her bones and
Yeah.
change the eye patch to the other side and put a gem in one socket. That's
Well,
one
and she
electrum
is-
one electrum coin.
She does understand, that she needs to be clean. Also, that
Mhm.
things with blood are generally frowned upon. So, get the blood out of everything. Yeah, but she won't take long. So, she'll just do that and come back.
Yeah. So you're doing that, Thorne. You're getting all prim and proper. Not for any other reason. Just because
No.
it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, it just happens to be the thing
Yeah.
I need.
Yeah. It's just convenient that you're also going to see Irina afterwards. It wasn't planned that way. It's just
Oh, am I?
Yeah. Oh
Oh.
no. Yeah, we slept out in the woods. I need to take a bath. That's just
Yep.
the thing.
No
Middle of the
other
day.
at all.
With naked Auntie Nanny doing whatever she's doing in the corner there, like a weirdo.
Yeah, I'm not looking.
Yeah.
No.
So, Toddrick, you lead Stewart outside through the back door, and there's a large well outside the back, just sort of sitting there with a cistern and a bucket sort of hanging down there, a rope and a bucket, and no one's around as you are there. You're muted. But I'm sure whatever you're doing with your wings was cool.
Yeah, it was. You missed it. I robo-copped him. Yeah. Are you ready to see what these are all about? He's showing him the peckies.
That is a real loaded question. I'm going to put my trust in you. But if you pull that thing out, I'm hitting it with the back of my glaive.
I'm not. It's trust me. It's not. Not again. Not this time. Trust me.
Yeah, no, I'm trusting you.
He's gonna. Woof, and then when he throws his arms out, he just turns into a raven.
Mm-hmm. And you see hovering right about head level where Toddrick was is now a large raven.
Oh no, he is not. He is not flying.
Oh,
He is definitely not
land.
flying. He is definitely a ground bird.
He's like the ostrich of ravens.
Where penguin?
So you look where his face was, and you gotta look to you. Like, oh, and there he is, just sitting on the ground.
Yeah, I think Stewart doesn't look like as excited about it as maybe Toddrick had intended he would. Okay, so you're I've seen you turn into animals, Dottie.
He's just gonna go. Caw, caw, caw.
Yes.
And then he's gonna change back. That was a magic, friend.
I mean, wait, a trick of the lights.
It's me. He's gonna turn into a bird again. Back into himself. Back into a bird. Back into himself. This is just me now. This is it.
No.
I don't have to do anything. I don't get any. I don't get tired. I can just. And Berdrick. I don't.
Bertrick Elikor.
Okay, but it's real cool, right?
Corbin.
I just this was an initiation. Technically, it was more ceremonial than anything, and they didn't really need to pick me as much as they did. One pick would have done, but I am the one who caused.
Oh, this is those bird people.
Yeah, I'm one of the better people.
Okay.
You can be a better person too, Todd.
You know,
I'm just saying, if you think, oh, the changing into, I mean, I can't help you with the changing into the other stuff, but I can make a change into a bird.
the last time I followed you into a cult, it started all of this bullshit.
Yeah, but that cult didn't let you turn into a bird. This one changes it into a bird.
I don't know if you noticed, but I got all kinds of like magic and stuff now.
You can carry your giant sword on a stick in your talons while you're flying through the air.
Listen, I'm going to let the excitement die down for you. We'll talk about this later. Right now, we have to get home.
Yeah, and you know what would be the best way to get there? And the fastest?
You're going to say fly.
I was going to say flying, but honestly, it would be you carrying me because I don't know if I'm ready to take that step yet.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted you to become a bird and learn how to fly and teach me.
I'm not up for being roped into something because you think it's cool again, you know?
Fair enough. I mean, I get it, you know, you're still...
Oh, don't do this.
Hey, listen,
Toddrick,
listen, Stewart. Listen, Stewart, it's not a big deal. I get it. I understand. You know, it takes...
Look, maybe I'll be a bird one day, okay? Maybe, but... You can't just fly here. If you could just fly out, these other bird people would have done it.
Toddrick is all of a sudden like upset at this logic. Whatever. But you know, I want to turn you into a bird. Whether you like it or not, you're gonna be a bird with me one day.
Just the most friendly thread ever. We're gonna be birds together.
We're gonna be birds forever and ever. You're not gonna win this one.
Look, I'm just glad you didn't pull it out. That's all I'm saying. While I got you here, though, what the hell are we doing? Are we doing this?
Oh yeah, no, we're definitely doing this. I don't want to be here.
All right. Tell you what, we get out of here, and I'll think about being a bird.
All right.
All right.
I mean, hold on real quick. This is just going to be a push and run kind of thing, right?
No, I don't think so. We're going to have to deal with him. He's got to show us the way out and stuff. Like, the others are going to be real fucking mad, especially Thorne.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? Thorne can't fly. Turn into a raven again.
Turn into a raven again, just standing on the ground.
Standing on the ground.
Can you dumbass.
Flapping his wings while bouncing around.
Oh, god damn it.
Turns back into a door. Just saying.
Both of you.
It's not that I can't fly, it's that I don't want to. I'm trying to pass it off as a perk for you. Anyway, no, I'm saying I don't want to fight them, Stu. Don't.
I don't think we're going to have to, but we're definitely going to be the dicks in this. So the later we reveal our hand, the better, I guess. We got to figure out a way to get her there.
I mean, if there was only a way we could let him know what we were doing.
Yeah, maybe fly on up there.
You know what? I have a feeling he'll know when we get there.
I will remind you, there is a woman in town who is a fan of him.
What?
All right, the one who was going to be the leader.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll figure it out. He'll figure it out when we get up there. He likes to talk, so it's not like it's going to be a on-site kind of thing. So The biggest thing we've got is to get her to come with us.
Yeah.
If we can get her to come with us, we've won.
I think Thorne will help with that.
Thorne, you arrive in the middle of the tap room, and no one's there except for Erwin Mardukov, who looks to you and says, would you like a drink? Your friends have stepped outside. You look... Would you like a drink?
Yeah.
And he grabs a normal pewter mug, and then puts it back down, and then grabs a bigger one, and then begins to pour from the tap, and then slides you across the bar the cool way. The flagon of ales. I'm sorry, it's a flagon of wine. All they have here is wine. That's what it is.
Oh, okay. Well, she doesn't matter because she's just gonna chug it.
Mm-hmm.
Just the whole thing.
It's great. It's tasty.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
She needed this so badly. Maybe it's a little bit of liquid courage, but it's all right. Put it back down.
So you just chug this thing?
Just chug it, just all in one.
Perfect. So yeah, you down this thing, and as you down it, this is a large flagon too. As you down this large flagon, that's when you see Toddrick and Stewart begin to walk back in from the back door, clearly bickering back and forth about something.
Okay, well, are we ready or what?
Yeah, we're ready. But here's the thing, Thorne. We got to go kill Strahd, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to go with Strahd.
Yeah.
And I think Arena would really be a great help in this fight. She can fight.
Yeah.
And she's like the leader of the town. She should really stand up for her people.
Nothing would cement that leadership more than having everybody watch her go up there and face that demon herself.
Yeah, she's not gonna do it alone.
No, plus, how much would you like to fight? At her side, back to back, right? Glory. Hey, I'm not judging.
I really need to kill Strahd. He really pissed me off. So...
Plus, he looks kind of delicious, doesn't he?
He's kind of undead. You're not supposed to eat those. You could get sick.
That's true.
So, I probably wouldn't. But, I would cut him up into a lot of really little pieces. If he wasn't a bat. If he's a bat, I'm just going to eat him. I don't care. I'm just doing it.
I just think if Arena's there when you do it, she'll probably fall, madly in something.
Yeah.
Whatever. Fine. Yeah, okay.
That's the trigger.
Fine.
As she retreats into herself, Stewart's just gonna elbow Toddrick. All right, let's go talk to Arena.
Okay, but she has to want to come.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So you guys make your way to the Burgermeister's manse. Back again as I zoom too far out. You guys make your way back to the Burgermeister's manse. You guys are right over here. And who's leading this foray to the manse? Anyone in particular?
How excited is Thorne?
Probably the most excited, I would assume. Thorne, do you run to the Burgermaster's house, or do you play it cool?
No, she's got to play it cool.
Yeah. You don't even like her. Just,
Yeah.
It's whatever.
No, it's just totally professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about killing a vampire, not anything else. There's no ulterior motives at all.
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
So Thorne, you are the first person to get to the door.
But I'm trying not to look like I'm too eager.
Yeah, like you didn't skip or hop up the stairs at all. You strode gracefully, not a pep in your step at all, before you do on the door. You see the door like creak open, and there's a little woman in there, and she looks up at you and says, "Can I help you?"
We were hoping to maybe see Irina.
Yes. Come inside, and I'll fetch her. And she lets you into like the main foyer, and then she like closes the door behind you all. And you see her run up the stairs, and you can hear her calling, "Lady Irina, Lady Irina, Lady Irina, Lady." And eventually she comes back down, toting Lady Irina with her. And you all see leering at the top of the stairs like a gross, weird creep, Isaac, rather. He's got his cloak sort of billowed up over one shoulder, and he's just standing ginormously, and he looks down and says, "Why are you here?"
I'm just gonna point at Irina.
Fine. And he just stands there, like, super creepy. And Irina comes over and says, "Miss Thorne, what can I do for you?"
Well, we're gonna go kill Strahd. So we thought maybe we could talk to you about that.
About
Yeah.
killing the Devil Strahd.
Yeah.
Yes, I would like nothing more than his defeat. He appears to be obsessed with me in some way, and I would like that to end as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
What is your plan?
Me too. Well,
That's nice.
I'm gonna look at Todd and Stewart.
Gentlemen, what is your plan?
Okay, so here's what we're thinking, right? He shows up
Mm-hmm.
whenever he feels like it.
Yeah.
He's always got the element of surprise.
It's a surprise, yes.
Okay.
And that's to his advantage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So we want to take that
advantageous,
advantage away.
Mhm.
We know where he lives.
Yep, up there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
So we take the fight to him.
Yep, right to him, right there.
We go knock on his front door.
Yep, just.
Man, when you do that, it's so hard to concentrate.
I'm sorry. I'm just
Yeah,
I'm trying to,
no,
I'm
I
trying to
like
be on
it,
board.
but-
Yeah, I'm just.
So we take the fight to him, right? We got Thorne. We got me, Wolf Slayer here. Even the crazy old lady, like she's working on some real big magic right now, and yeah, it's going to be spot on.
Yeah.
So we were thinking, right?
Yeah. Just
You're the Burgermeister here now.
Mm.
Yes.
These people, they don't know you all that well, but they like you.
Oh, okay.
So you need to cement yourself, take out Strahd once and for all. Come with us.
yeah.
And,
We've got your back.
and do you want me to help you kill Strahd? Is that what you're proposing?
Yes.
We feel like if you spearhead this thing, it will really cement you as the leadership of the town, and really who's got to step up to the person who defeated Strahd, who led an makeshift ragtag band of misfits.
Ragtag.
Yeah. And we come in there with you as our leader, and just show him that you're not scared, and then we've got your back.
And do you, Miss Thorne, are you on board with this plan?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I know what they're saying, and it's right, but also he wants to get you there for some reason, and I don't like that. And I worried. I don't want you to get hurt. So we need to be super prepared. And we know some stuff. I think that Strahd doesn't like. So we need to do all of that. We have to not give him what he wants. So if you want to go, it might be dangerous.
So would you prefer that I stay here, or would you prefer that I accompany you?
I don't.
I think it's important for your status here.
I mean, you need to really be with us at all times, because if we go up there, he's going to know that you're not protected, and he's just gonna go ahead and come on down here and.
Yeah, I am worried. If we're not here, then he'll come. But if you come with us, it's dangerous either way. So, I mean, I would like it if you came, but I wouldn't like it if you got hurt.
Well then I will come. I will come.
Okay. I'll try to make sure that you don't get hurt.
Well,
She's
then,
looking at her feet and
just very awkwardly, oh no, I'll protect you, forever, and always. Not like that's anything weird, but just a normal protection.
Yeah. And I need to stop talking now.
Perfect. So are you guys just planning to hoof it and make your way to Ravenloft? Is that what what's happening?
I mean,
Is there a faster way?
There can be.
Ooh.
Nanny, that's a thing that you have, by the way. So there's that. That's neat.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's your plan, though? Is your plan initially to just walk out there and hoof it up the mountainside?
we're not the brightest group.
Yeah. No, yeah.
So that's kind of the plan. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we don't have any. We're not sneaky.
That's true.
We know this.
That's true. You are not sneaky, and you know
At
it.
all. So, I mean, just march right up to the place is better than...
I like it. Are you going back to get Auntie Nanny?
Yeah.
Okay. Irina follows you. She comes with you. She does tell you that she has to prepare a few things, and you see that she's in a dress, and she'll need to get her armor on. But she says, once you have Miss Thorne, once you have the elderly woman, she is coming, right?
I think so.
Once you have the rest of your friends, come pick me up, and I will. I'll be ready. I need my armor. I need my sword.
Yeah.
Yes, and then I will fight Strahd with you, side by side.
She's trying really hard not to look really happy about it. Okay. Yeah, you can't fight him in the dress.
I could, but I would much prefer to be in armor, if I was being honest.
Yeah. Also, it's nice. You don't want to wreck it.
Oh, this old thing? I almost made Rem spit. That's awesome. Yeah, she demurely looks at the floor. Just, well, I will put on my armor. I will meet you back here. This spot here.
Okay.
And you see Isaac begin to walk down the stairs towards you all as she says she'll meet you back here. And like the whole time he's just leering creepily at her. And he gets to the bottom and he says, "Okay, now you go. You go." And he begins like putting his hands out and like ushering you towards the door. Go.
All right, easy lads, we're walking.
Hands or hand?
Just the one hand. Sorry, you're right. Just the one hand.
Fair.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Go. And he begins to push you towards the door.
I will get away before he can touch me.
Do you no.
Yeah.
Do you stay towards Irina or do you go towards the door?
No, toward her, probably instinctually, and then suddenly get really self-conscious about it, and then be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go. And
Yeah, he like turns towards you. No.
I'm just gonna like hurry out the door, like super awkwardly.
Perfect. You guys all sort of zip out of the way. For sake of brevity, Nanny, is there anything you're doing in this room, in the nude, surrounded by candles, as you write your memoirs?
She is getting dressed now that her big old book of spells is done. She's ready. Like the inner like moxie within her has gotten her driving. Like, yeah, I want to open up the spell book and zap somebody. I want to.
You're just pacing, like getting ready for a fight.
Ooh, I'm ready.
Just peacocking in the room by yourself.
That's right. We're ravens. We're peacocks. What other kind of birds can we be?
Whatever there are. Yeah.
Oh, calm, motherfucker.
So you guys get back to the Blue Water Inn. You're able to walk upstairs. Stewart, you're sure that had the candles not blown out, there would have been an uncomfortable situation. So I think you would likely stay downstairs and just send Thorne up there. At least they're women folk, or what you assume to be, for whatever dragon ladies are. You're sure they have their own sensibilities. So Thorne, you're able to walk upstairs, open the door, and see a seemingly crazed Auntie Nanny pacing and muttering to herself and flipping through pages in her book and then making wizard hands. Just being a weird lady.
Well, I'm hardly one to judge other people for being.
Yeah.
So I'll just stand there and like stare at her for a minute, for like an awkwardly long time, and then just be like, Are you ready?
Ready for what? Thorne?
Go kill Strahd.
Yes, I am. And let's go. Oh, shit. I danced too hard. Too hard.
I peacocked too much.
Peacocked too much.
My sciatica is acting up.
Yes, my upper dorsimus. My narthex is leaking.
I'll pick her up and like crack her back. Like, you do that hug
Oh,
thing?
yeah.
You're like...
Yeah, as soon as you pick her up and do the hug thing, you just hear like all of her bones crack. Like,
Yes.
it's a full body.
She dies. She
just dies in your arms.
You kill her.
Tonight.
Be something you say.
So yeah, you crack her back and like all of her vertebrae and her hip pops. You feel a shoulder relocate. She's been dislocated for years. She just didn't notice. It just hurt for a long time, and she just got used to it.
She's really like 30.
Yeah,
She's just been.
she lived a hard life of adventuring, and this is what happened. And you two can easily make your way back downstairs, no issues, to a waiting Toddrick and Stewart Gibbs, and be on your way to fight Strahd.
So we'll
guys,
pick her up.
this is the end. This is where you die. This is where you fight Strahd.
We've officially BS for 2 hours and 10 minutes worth of time to eat up this 3-hour time slot for unMadeGaming to have a nice, good Strahd fight at the end.
5-minute Strahd fight. No, yeah. I just sort of let you guys go. I know how combat works in this game. It's either going to be 45 minutes of combat or 1.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one it is. But what I am sure of is the fact that I don't have the right tab open. So let's open that up real quick. You guys make your way back to the Burgomaster's home to pick up Lady Irina knocking on the door. Instead of a homely maid, you see Isaac as there again. And he looks at you and says, "What do you want?"
We're here for Lady Irina. You big oaf.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
I can play this game all day. Yes.
No.
Yes. Go. I got him distracted. Go get her.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you know what? Well, is there a back door to the house?
Sure.
I'll while Nanny is arguing with him, I'm gonna go and knock on the back door.
Okay. A maid opens up and she looks back to the other side of the hall. And looks, what do you need?
Can you tell Lady Irina we're here?
Oh, yes. Keep him distracted. I'll be right back. And you see her scurry down. She closes the door and she scurries down the hall. Auntie Nanny, you can see this young woman sort of walk down and then up the stairs as you. No, Irina can't come.
Yes, she can.
No.
Oh, you
She must stay here.
Oh, you just wait. I'm going to get you now. No.
Forever.
Man, you didn't see that coming, did you? Big dumb
No.
oaf.
No.
Hi,
Take me home.
No. Yes.
You must stay here forever.
I go back to the camp, grab the little girl, set her in front of the son of a bitch,
And have them fight it
and
out.
keep them distracting each other.
Perfect. So as you are distracting, just for curiosity, Stewart and Toddrick, what are you doing as Auntie Nanny has a battle of wits with Isak?
Just gonna honestly just kind of watch in amazement.
I mean, better her than any of us, so yeah.
Yeah. I mean, don't let him use your strong arm. Just gonna stew cobb the shit out of her and just push her all the way through Barovia.
You guys see the maid creeping downstairs and then followed behind her, walking as casually as possible, as slowly as possible, in full armor, plate armor, and holding a sword is Irina, just slowly creeping down the stairs and walking towards the back. Once you see the door sort of swing close and the maid sort of looks back out and then scurries off into one of the rooms, you know that she's made it out safely. And you can end your witty repartee whenever you so choose, Auntie Nanny, as he is adamantly saying that Irina must stay here forever and cannot leave.
I do like that Looney Tunes sort of yes to try and trick him.
No.
Wait. Oh, damn. Okay.
I leave.
Oh,
You
have
win.
a good day. And he closes the door on you triumphantly. And you hear as he stomps back to the house.
Little does he know that my compatriots have gone in and stolen Irina.
What?
Everyone's finding love here.
Who said what?
I mean, no.
No, yes. No,
Yes,
no.
yes.
No. I have failed.
Goodbye.
Duck season, wabbit season.
So you guys have Lady Irina. She comes around the front of the building to you, says, is there a plan? Just go to the castle and to kill him.
Kick his ass. That's
I
right.
mean, unless you know of a secret way in or something.
I do not.
I mean, what else are we gonna do? Right?
Well, I guess that's that.
Maybe if we, maybe we could make it if we go up there and are super confident and make it look like maybe we got, maybe he'll think there's something more going on. Because who walks right up, right?
Yes, element of surprise or something.
Intimidation.
She reaches out and touches your arm and she says, well, Miss Thorne, lead the way. And then
she's like, internally, she's like,
this is the best day ever. I get to kill a vampire and a pretty girl touched me. So you guys are, you guys know that it's to the east. That's pretty much all you know. Up a massive mountain.
Guess we'll get some directions.
Yep. Well, you can't miss it. There's a huge mountain and a massive castle on top of it. You literally could be anywhere in Barovia and just see it. It's like it's intentional.
It was overlooking that first town.
It was overlooking Barovia, the village of Barovia. Yeah. So you guys head east out of Vallaki to begin your long trek. And standing before you, as if by some kind of DM fiat, there's a large black carriage, ornate, with a massive raven on either side of it, being drawn by two large black draft horses, just sort of pawing at the ground. Just sort of is sitting there in front of the gate.
And right next to the driver is a white sticker with a black U in it.
There is actually, as you make your way around the side of the cart, there is in fact no driver.
Oh, that was like the Barubian Uber.
It's just a regular Uber. And remove from call. As you look around, you see these massive raven symbols. Auntie Nanny, you immediately recognize it as the symbol of the Zarevich house. And there is no driver at all on this thing. What do you guys do?
I will growl at it.
It remains stationary, as it is a wagon.
Good.
It does what it's supposed to do.
I put it in its place.
You did.
Todd's gonna get in the driver's seat.
Okay. You're gonna climb up to where the seat would be?
Yeah, he's gonna crawl up there, and as he's crawling up there, he's gonna say, I'm pretty sure this is for us. We're not dealing with a stupid one here.
So as soon as you reach out and grab your hand on top of the handle and begin to hoist yourself up, the door next to you creaks open, and you can finish pulling yourself up to the driver's seat. The rest of you see the door just sort of creak open and reveal an empty cabin. No one's inside of it.
And now, are there horses? Nice. Are there horses attached to this thing?
There are horses attached to it. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to pull it. You're fine.
Okay, well, I don't like it, but fine.
He knows we're coming.
I don't like it. Horses are stupid. Sorry, Toddrick. Get it.
You don't like it.
So do you guys clamber into this this plush? The interior is all like red crushed velvet. There's lamps like torches inside of it that like is a little cutout so the smoke can rise, and they're like behind red film, so they cast this weird glow on the inside. And the benches are all like puffy couches, and it's very comfortable and very cozy in there. Probably the nicest carriage you've ever ridden in.
This light actually might add to my aesthetic. So
yeah, it looks badass, and the whole thing's black on the outside and red on the inside. So
yeah.
It's super metal.
It's a little fussy.
Yeah, too much.
Not enough spikes.
Yeah, that's true.
As
you say that, just spikes just shot out everywhere. So
I'll help Irina in first.
Yeah, you're gonna give her like a boost inside. Gently placing your hand on the small of her back and giving her a little push up inside. So she gets in and settles in, and then offers a hand to you to come inside. And Nanny and Stewart, you just have to watch this awkward exchange happen in front of you as you see your beastly barbarian friend melt into a puddle of emotions. Before
next to Irina in the carriage, I mean.
Yeah, of course. Stewart and Nanny, do you guys also climb inside?
Yeah, Nanny, she hops in. She definitely gives Irina and Thorne their space.
Mm-hmm.
Nanny's going to be on like the back of the carriage, actually. You know, like little footman.
Mm-hmm. So you're on the outside riding on the back of it?
The outside riding on the back.
I like it. Stewart, where do you go? Are you inside?
Yeah, Stewart's gonna like give Toddrick a little conspiratorial look before he gets inside.
It's an awkward exchange of nods.
Yeah.
Doctor. As you sort of close the door behind you, and Toddrick, you look down for reins, and there appear to be a complete lack of reins whatsoever. But before you can sort of yell back to anyone that you have no idea how to drive this thing, it lurches forward and begins to trot and then gain speed as it seemingly is piloting itself down a long and winding road. And you guys are off on a journey to darkness. The end. Nope. So after winding through the forest and craggy mountain peaks, the road takes a sudden turn to the east, and a startling, awesome presence of Castle Ravenloft towers before you. The carriage comes to a dead-end stop before twin turrets of stone, broken from years of exposure. Beyond these guard towers is the precipice of a 50-foot wide, fog-filled chasm that just appears into unknown depths. It seemingly has no end to it. A lower drawbridge of old, shored-up wooden beams stretches across the chasm. Between you and the archway to the courtyard, the chains of the drawbridge creak in the wind as they sway, their rust-eaten iron straining under the weight. From atop the walls, stone gargoyles stare down at you as if ready to leap. And a rotting wooden portcullis, green with growth, hangs over the entryway's tunnel. Beyond this is the main doors to Castle Ravenloft. Stood open. A rich, warm light spills from within, flooding the courtyard, and torches flutter sadly in sconces on both sides of the open doors. You guys arrive at Castle Ravenloft. What do you guys want to do? Just hang out?
Start writing my will.
Regret
Will and testament.
everything to this point. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good start.
Yeah, definitely panicking internally, trying really hard to harness your inner badass.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not panic. Not panic.
Yeah.
Totally just pep talk. And then I'll get out.
As you guys get to the main courtyard, both of the doors on either side are sort of open, and you are able to get out. The first thing you notice is that a thick, cold fog swirls in the courtyard, with sporadic flashes of lightning lancing through the clouds as thunder sort of rumbles and shakes the ground. Through the drizzle, you can see torch flames fluttering on either side of the keep's open main doors, and a warm light spills out of the entrance, kind of flooding into the courtyard in front of you. And high above the entrance is a round window with shards of broken glass lodged into its frame. Can I show you the thing? Is that another thing I can do? I gotta scroll 900 times. It's okay. There's only 45 maps. Nope, not that one. Is it this one? That one? I think it's that one. I think I nailed it. Pretty sure I nailed it.
Can you shift me up?
Yes, I can. You guys should be in a general this way maneuver. Yeah, that's the downside. Is all the maps are called Castle Ravenloft map. And I'm like, God damn it. There's like 45 of you. What do you want? So you guys find yourself in the main courtyard of Castle Ravenloft. Ready to rock and roll. Let me give you an Irina. I'll put Irina there eventually. When you fight Strahd. So yeah, now that you've arrived at Castle Ravenloft, your plan solidifies into the most real plan you've had yet. And you are faced with the looming castle standing above you. What are you guys doing? Panicking?
Yeah.
Getting back in the carriage and hoping it takes you away?
I'm going to get out all my weapons.
Okay.
Sure.
All
Danny's
of them?
going to pop the mage armor.
Well, the blood spear, because it's my favorite.
Sure.
But everything else, at hand. ready, just in case.
Makes sense.
Stewart probably spent the majority of the ride getting more and more stoic, to the point where once they got here, he wouldn't really look at anyone else. He'll just get out of the carriage when the doors open. This is it.
Yep.
It is in fact it.
I hope you guys don't die.
I hope I don't too.
Can we get an arena token?
Fine.
If that's not too much to ask.
It is too much to ask.
I think Stewart's gonna take this time to activate that charm of heroism
Okay.
Yeah.
that we all got.
Okay.
It's just not a time to do drugs, Stuart.
What is it? How long does it last?
It should
hour.
say it in the thing.
Oh, an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. I will also do that.
So, unless you guys are yelling for Strahd to come out,
No, let's just go in slowly.
you guys enter into Castle Ravenloft. You guys are right over here. Boing. Right over here. There we go. Boing.
Okay.
And let me get you an Irina token for you.
Why is everybody's token circular? Mine's always
Because
square.
you are clicking your picture and dragging it out and not clicking your name and dragging it out.
Oh,
Because you're the worst.
I thought that's how we was supposed to do it.
Nope. Wrong. Boop. Lady Irina. Yeah, so you see the doors before you are wide open. And you can see there's a small, opening, like a small foyer. And there's another set of double doors also open, leading into like a grand hallway. And it appears as though nothing is here. You expected something way more nefarious to happen, but it just seems to be an old open castle. And you can see the lights, the torches from within are lit in this main area here. You see them all lit. What do you guys want to do? Just walk in there?
Can I make a perception check? Maybe see if I can.
You can. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You see the flickering light of torches, sort of playing tricks with shadows in that room. You see there are 4 pillars, and the respective torches are flickering and tossing the shadows of them in like this weird macabre kind of like ghostly ways. But you hear no noise except for the sound, the rumble of the thunder, and the occasional flash of light from lightning behind you as it slowly begins to drizzle, a very fine mist.
It's too quiet. I like it.
Can I tell it? Does it smell like blood?
It doesn't.
Okay. Cleans up after himself. Does it smell like anything?
Roll me perception.
Okay.
It's hard to tell. Right now you smell like wet, cold stone, and you. That's it. You smell like it's this that smell of like ozone on the air from the lightning, and the smell of like right before rain.
Mm-hmm.
Annie's gonna see if she can probably just use the best of her knowledge to locate where Strahd might be
Okay,
in this big gigantic castle.
sure. How would you do that?
Well, she had the book about Ravenloft. She has some other books that tell the history. She's going to try and do her best to maybe find what could be a map of the castle, or maybe even an old, like what tower it's in,
Okay,
or what rookery.
roll history.
Okay. I got a 13.
Okay, so you're looking for where you think Strahd would likely be.
Yes.
You find a vague map of the castle. You see that the castle's huge, and there are several floors as well as several basements. But there's like a chapel here. There's like a vault. There's different great halls. There's an underground crypt. That's the word I couldn't think of. There's a crypt. Nothing really alludes to where this current version of Strahd might be. It just lists places in this castle. It's pretty much everything you would expect to find in a castle. Although I think you guys would have expected it to be more full of vampires and zombies, I guess.
Yeah. It's kind of expecting a little more, life.
Like dying.
Mm-hmm. Or
I'll
unlike.
Start heading in, I guess.
Sure.
Close that, but I'm
Sure.
going.
Stewart Gibbs, you've been quiet this whole time. What are you doing?
Regretting everything.
Mm-hmm. Does a free action.
Yeah. He sent a carriage. He's expecting us. So whatever we come across, he's prepared. Let's just go find him.
Okay, maybe we should try to do what he wouldn't expect.
I think that would be turn around and leave.
No, he wants us to do that.
So you guys head through the first set of double doors. You see the second set directly in front of you is also closed. I'm sorry, is also open, leading into that great hall area with all the torches sort of letting light flow towards you. And everyone can roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay.
Booyakasha!
Toddrick and Auntie Nanny. You see that across the hall, the door is closed. However, you see that further down the hall to the right are more sconces. And Toddrick, you smell food.
What I know, what I expect that he had probably anticipated this and created a feast.
I mean, you can expect whatever you want to expect.
I feel like we're gonna die with our bellies full.
Best way to go.
And yeah, I'm just gonna kind of start moving this way.
Okay. Yeah, you see that this door here is open as well. And that's where the lights seem to stop. The rest of the castle appears to be dark. You get into this main central area, and you can see, like I said, the torches are playing tricks with the pillars, and the wispy shadows seem to move like ghosts. You can see there's a staircase up to your left that ascends into darkness. And as you begin to walk towards the open door where the remaining two sconces are, you can see across the hall from that door is another hallway that leads to a staircase that spirals down further into darkness. But the closer you get, Toddrick, the more it smells like food.
Do you smell it? He asks in general.
At this point, everyone who's inside the room can smell this food once you point it out to them.
Yeah.
I do now.
Yes, I definitely smell that on. I've been in the kitchen a lot. Smells pretty good to me.
Oh, Nanny, you sound like your old self again.
I mean, what? Fuck. Wait, I mean,
There you go.
we're wizard.
That's
Limited
crazy.
power wizard. I mean.
Toddrick's gonna keep walking up.
Okay.
Until he gets almost to the door, and he's just gonna kind of do a.
No response. It just smells strongly of food the closer you get.
As you said, these doors was open.
Yep, they're open.
He's gonna stand right here, and he's gonna kind of peek into the room.
As you peek into the room, let me see, put this shield right next to Thorne. You see 3 enormous crystal chandeliers brilliantly illuminating this magnificent chamber. There are large pillars of stone against dull marble walls supporting the ceiling. In the center of the room is a long, large, heavy table covered in fine white satin cloth and a bright red runner. The table is laden with delectable foods, roast beast, basted in savory sauces, roots and herbs of every taste, sweet fruits, vegetables, and there is a place set for each of you with fine, delicate china, silverware, crystalware, and each place has a crystal goblet filled with an amber liquid with a delicate, tantalizing fragrance.
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 This is really hard for Thorne.
He's gonna. As soon as we sit down, he's gonna show up. You know this, right? It's all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah. And if we're lucky, he didn't poison the food.
Yeah. Toddrick's gonna go and sit down.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
So as soon as you step across the threshold of the doorway, speaking of smoke and mirrors,
okay.
you notice at the center of the back wall, amid the wall and all kinds of decadence, is a massive organ that you can now make out amongst the cobwebs crawling along the top of the pipes. And the moment you step across the threshold, you hear bwang, 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 bwang. And you see there is a man sitting atop the bench playing the organ. There's a floor-to-ceiling mirror on either side of this thing, and there is a thunderous melody that speaks of greatness and despair. Instead of the organ facing away from you is a single caped figure pounding on the keys on this thing. As you walk in and as you all begin to file through, the figure slowly turns, releasing his hold on the keys, and looks to you and says, "Well then, enjoy your last meal." And Strahd rises from the bench and motions towards the table. And he takes his spot at the head of the table.
Which head? Because I was going to sit at the head.
The opposite one that you were sitting at.
Okay. Where's our...
This one right
Enjoy
over
your
here.
stay.
Okay, where's the
Let's see here. Irina is going to sit right next to Thorne,
Yeah.
wherever Thorne sits.
I guess here.
She sits directly across from you.
Okay.
Yeah, and he looks out to you and says, "Well, have you taken me up on my offer? Or do you come here for more nefarious means? Or to die, whichever you prefer."
Toddrick's going to look at Stewart. We can go, right?
Last meal in Barovia. Yeah?
Yeah. Well, Strahd, how do we go home?
Strahd rises out of his chair, walks around behind Stewart, leaning down between Stewart and Irina, and he cocks his head towards you, Stewart, and says, "You've made the right choice."
No.
And he places two hands on Irina's shoulders.
Stewart kind of like looks away, like shameful.
I'm getting up.
You stand.
Bastards!
I'm just diving across the.
Okay, so you dive across the table at Strahd.
I'm going to I'm going to cast Entangle on them too.
Okay, everyone roll initiative. Click on your tokens and roll initiative.
Sorry, guys, we want to go home. God, please roll like a 4.
Oh, Thorne's gonna kill us all.
I know.
Awesome. Let me just double check here. What's boop? And I need an Irina, huh? Dang it. Dang it, Bobby.
Oh, water free.
Vampire.
It's my son Joseph.
Ha-cha-cha, pocket science.
I need to
Okay,
play it one
Hank.
day.
We should be King of the
let's
Hill
see
and
here.
Strahd.
Yeah.
King of Barovia.
Descending. Irina goes first. Actually, I'm sorry. So Thorne, you begin to dive across the table, and Toddrick, as a surprise action, you are casting Entangling Roots on whom?
On the other side of the table.
The Thorne side of the table or the Strahd side of the table?
The Thorne side of the table.
So
with
you're
Thorne
trying
and
to
Nanny.
Entangling Roots Thorne.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So cast Entangling Roots as a surprise action, and Thorne, you get to react
That is
in
a-
abject betrayal.
What is that? I make a
What's your spell DC?
strength save. Okay.
14.
So you cast these entangling roots, and they sort of scatter up the legs and arms of the chair, sort of trying to restrain Thorne. But in her amorous rage, she just vaults forward and is like scattering food left and right, which is very un-Thorne-like.
Well, it would hit Nanny too, because I'm throwing it out there. I'm trying to-
true.
Oh shit. Yep.
Nanny is restrained. Nanny, how are you restrained?
Nanny's like, why, you stupid son of a... Then, like, her finger, like a little vine wraps around it and pulls it down.
And you're
And
just
then, like ties her all up and starts waving her up in the air. Like, put me down, you son of a bitch! Take me
as
home!
you're just wriggling. The only thing that can move is your
No
mouth.
one's going home!
So Thorne, you lunge across the table, and it is Irina's turn, and she sits there in shock and fear as the betrayal sets in, and she just looks to you, Thorne, like confused, and says, "Why?" As Strahd has both of his hands on her shoulder, and Thorne, it is your turn. You are on top of the table.
Yeah, she's gonna rage.
Yep.
And I'm gonna try and push. You know what? I really wish I could do like a sweep attack, but I want to like pull Irina away from him, and like I need to get her away from all of them. That's my
Okay.
like pushing her, I guess. No, but there's nowhere really to. Okay. I will. Who am I gonna rage at most? I mean, she's so angry and there's so much rage to go around.
Yeah.
Like, focusing it. Well, Strahd is touching Irina.
Yep.
So I think we're gonna start. She's just gonna javelin or spear him.
Okay.
Like as she's gonna try and like she's vaulting herself off the chair with the spear out. She wants to go over Irina's head and just like use her weight to just throw him off.
Okay.
And like knock him down to the ground.
Sure. Make me an attack.
Oh,
Unfortunately, actually, you know what? I'm sorry.
I have advantage.
We have 4 advantages currently. So, guys, I will remind you again, if you guys interact with the things all across the bottom of the screen or top of the screen, retweet, subscribe, or follow, you guys can give these guys advantages, or check the donation section down below for more ways to do that. Currently, we have had 3 new subscribers. We have 3 advantages for everybody, including me.
And I had 2 left over
Sure.
from last time, so that's a lot. Yeah. So I will use that for sure.
Okay, so a 21 does hit.
Yeah.
Deal some damage.
Two-handed for sure.
So Dingleberries donates $7.50 and says Barbarian Rage for Thorne. I will allow you to pick a new one because Thorne is a barbarian and is already raging. So you can pick a different one if you so choose. I am a generous and benevolent god. So you deal. You're one-handing it or two-handing it?
Two, yeah.
Two-handing it.
So I'm trying to throw as much weight behind it as I possibly can.
Got you. So 13 damage coming at Strahd.
Yeah, and I'm trying to push him off Irina.
Okay, and it's a strength. It's a strength save to resist your push.
Yeah.
He rolls a 7, so he gets pushed. It's 5 feet or 10 feet.
5.
5 feet. So he gets slid off, and his clutches sort of like tear at the garment on top of her plate mail.
And so I end up on the other side, and Irina, get out of here.
Irina like panics and she begins to move, and as it Strahd's turn, he brings up his right hand and swirls it, and you see both of the doors slam closed as he looks back to you and says, "Oh, they didn't let you in on the plan, did they? Interesting. You will be mine too." And he is going to strike you.
Okay.
With a 24.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Does you're raging, so you take
Oh, it doesn't have the necrotic, but it will. So it'd be.
it's you take 4 bludgeoning damage, and then
Yeah.
18 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. He's gonna grapple you instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no necrotic damage. No
Okay.
damage at all. Oh no, I'm sorry. Wait, no. If a target creature can grapple it instead of dealing the bludgeoning damage, so you take you take 18 necrotic damage, and he's going to try to grapple you. DC 18, dexterity or strength.
I believe my strength is better.
Alrighty. Just shy.
That is not cool.
And he glares up at you as he grabs and like yanks you in, and you the last thing you see is him looking at your friends and smiling before he plunges his teeth into your scaly neck, and is deflected by oh so many bones. That's
I knew all those spikes would come in handy sometime.
rough. That's rough.
I want a dragonborn vampire.
Is that not something you want, Todd?
No.
That's something I want.
The plan was for the entangle to hit Strahd to grab her and then disappear. And
Yeah,
then
that didn't go,
whatever
it didn't go as
bullshit.
planned. However, Stewart Gibbs, it is your turn. Your plan is going awry, and Thorne is handling it just as well as you thought she would.
Yeah, Stewart's racked with guilt about this whole thing, but he's reached his end. He's gonna like jump or lunge towards Thorne, and try to pull her from Strahd's grasp. No, this plan was for all of us. This deal was for all of us.
We need to go home.
And he's just gonna try and break Thorne free to like push her away from him.
Okay, so you're going to come to Thorne's aid or Strahd's defense? Or what does it look like you come to? What would Thorne think you were doing?
Thorne is obviously going to think I'm coming to Strahd's aid.
Okay. So roll strength or... roll athletics to see if you can break the grip. It is a DC 18. So you get in there and you're trying to like pull them apart, and you like stand next to Strahd and you're like pushing her back, saying, "No, this was for all of us. This was for all of us." And it doesn't go as planned. He has her in a death grip, and the whole time like as he pulls back and you see him like spit a bone to the side, he looks at you and says, "This one is mine now. You may go."
I'm gonna look over at him, and she's just like, there's like acid drooling out of her mouth, and she's just like, "You're next."
Betrayal. Auntie Nanny, it is your turn, and someone has donated the best thing that could happen to Auntie Nanny. The Blessing of War. PC of your choice immediately activates Barbarian Rage. Auntie Nanny, what does a Barbarian Rage look like?
Can we all just get rage, please?
Well, she's wrapped up in the entangle, of course. And she's obviously eyeing Toddrick, since Toddrick's the one who wrapped her up in it. And you just hear, you pubic-faced, stone-shitting beard goblin, I'll take your ass out! And I'll start magic missiling, like, straight at him from my big giant pile of brambles.
Sure.
You should have never put me in a pumpkin costume, bitch!
He's just weaving the vines tighter.
Yeah, she's like, "Look at me. I'm the fall harvested plant now." As I get wrapped up in everything.
So magic missile away at Toddrick. Toddrick, these auto hit you.
12 force damage.
You take 12 damage.
And can I try to escape?
You
again?
may. And
Do I
as
get
a
advantage
raging
since it's
person, you
rage?
have advantage on strength checks. So strength on that athletics check.
Oh, yes.
That's not going to do it. Unfortunately, that's not going to do it. You may be stronger and raging, but still have frail old woman arms.
To be fair, I think
taking damage, Toddrick would have to do a concentration check.
Ooh.
That's true. Toddrick, you need to make a DC 10 Constitution check. Constitution save.
What are you doing, Bitters?
He's on my team.
You know,
Isn't it based
we're,
on the amount
we're
of damage
fighting
he takes,
each other.
though?
I think
Should
we
be a
got to be
12?
fair now.
Should be a 12 since
It's,
12
it's
damage?
10 or half the damage,
Okay. That makes sense.
whichever one's higher. So DC 10 Constitution saving throw, Toddrick.
Hey.
Yeah, you are super able to. You actually like wrap the vines a little bit tighter as you see one of her fingers escape to shoot you with magic bolts. And Toddrick, it is in fact your turn. As now Auntie Nanny seems to have joined the fray. You see Stewart has jumped to the aid of Strahd and is trying to pry Thorne away from him. You see the doors swung closed. You see a very confused Irina and a very aggressive Auntie Nanny. What do you want to do? Sleep the whole room.
Yeah, right. I don't have that card. I haven't drawn it. Oh man. First, I'm gonna apologize to Nanny. Tell her I'm doing this so you don't get hurt, and this is the only way that we can go home. Shit. And shit.
To the
man,
the necklace, Madfish, that works on you. It's like you have bless on you.
Yeah, I just cut and pasted the spell just to remind me.
Shit. Okay, hold on. Can I do this on myself?
What spell?
Cure wounds.
You can. Yep.
Okay, I was just making sure it wasn't concentration.
Nope. You
Look at
can.
that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
other concentrations are like AOE's or sleep spells, prolonged.
I mean, I figured it wasn't. I was just doing a little double check.
Yep.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Okay.
What? How was?
I heard the roll. I
Yeah,
didn't see the roll.
Still broken.
It's cure wounds, right? It's you're level 5. It's 2d8 plus wisdom. I think. No, it's level 1 spell, so it's 1d8 plus wisdom.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Plus your wisdom, which is like 3.
I think it's 5. 3. Yeah, 4. Wisdom's
Okay,
4.
so you heal for 6.
Heal for 6, and I'm going to move by Irina and kind of try to use her as a human shield between me and Nanny.
Okay. Oh man, I didn't.
Just taking it in deeper.
I didn't expect that.
Well, I'm not like going like, "Hey!" Like I'm like hiding behind her, like, please, Nanny, understand. We don't want to hurt nobody.
Irina begins to scramble across the table away from you because you're a monster person, and she whips out her sword and she begins like hacking at the vines, biting into Nanny, freeing her from the evil dirt wizard. Nanny, you are free to act on your turn. Thorne, you are in the grips of Strahd von Zarovich. Your one-time friend, Stewart, is trying to pry you away from him as if trying to save Strahd from you. What do you want to do?
I'm going to use my breath weapon.
Okay.
In the direction of Stewart and Strahd.
Sure. Yeah,
So,
you can easily hit both of them in a cone.
Yeah. So let's hope this rolls well. Oh,
What's the
come
DC?
on. Really?
What's the actual DC?
I'm not. Oh, why did it do that? That's weird. I had it set up properly before.
That's okay.
Screwy. It's not even. It was in the description.
So Dex.
Dex. It should be against mine.
So Stewart fails and Strahd succeeds. So Stewart, you take 2 acid damage, and Strahd takes 1 acid damage.
Come on.
Does it kill Strahd? Does that have to kill him?
It does not, in fact, kill Strahd.
That's
What?
so pathetic. Like, I'm never using that acid breath again. I've used it twice. and
Every time you use it, you either miss or it just does terrible, horrible damage.
it's the worst.
I've never seen a more sad Dragonborn.
I know. It's so sad.
It's great, though.
Can I? That was my action, so. I don't know. Can I, like, try to get away still? Or?
Yeah, you can try to free yourself at the end of your turn that's
Okay.
an end of turn thing.
So would that be athletics?
Yep. Or acrobatics, whichever one you have higher. An 11 is not going to make it. It's a DC 18, unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm really unhappy. Yeah, she's just, I don't even think she can make words at this point. So it's just sputtering, everybody's gonna die kind of rage.
Mm-hmm. Just spittle and remaining acid. Strahd puts his hand out towards you, Stewart, and he says, "She is mine." And he casts a gust of wind, blasting you back 10 feet. So make a strength saving throw. Let me double check here. What is his spell DC should be listed? Should be
Super fucking high.
I mean, probably. It's intelligence, so 3 plus that number plus 18. So it is just shy. It doesn't do any damage to you. However, you are blasted back against the organ as the wind just sort of as he force pushes you.
I like to think like he falls against the keys too. It makes this
it's
big
like
obnoxious
"Bwang!"
sound.
And you see like some of the dust on the rafters begin to shake and some of the cobwebs wobble. And you see the glass, the 2 giant mirrors reverberate against this clang of organ music. And it is your turn. There's a gust of wind just tunneling towards you as his hand remains on you, the other hand gripped onto Thorne. You can move in this; it just acts as difficult terrain.
Stewart hates himself so much. Like his collar's fully popped at this point.
Yeah.
And he's gonna come over and try to restrain Irina.
Okay. So make a strength, or make an athletics, and she will make an opposed acrobatics.
I think it's time to use one of those advantages.
Alrighty. And she fails. So she is hacking away at the vines that are, preventing Auntie Nanny from joining the fight. And you just sort of come up and you just bear hug around her and trap her arms down by the sides, stopping her from being able to break free of Auntie Nanny's bonds.
And he's just muttering, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Who are you muttering it towards? Irina or Auntie Nanny?
Probably more himself. But, having restrained Irina, it's kind of in her ear.
Perfect. Auntie Nanny, you see that the majority of the vines are free, and you can easily just break free with your newfound lady rage. And you see that Stewart has appeared behind you and is grappling Irina, and preventing her from aiding you any further.
When the brambles break and Nanny lands on the table, since she had cast that final offensive spell and that they have donated rage, instead of seeing the withered old woman that people are familiar with, people see essentially this thing right here. And she stares Toddrick in the face and says, "That's just one thing you forgot about me. I'm already home." And I cast a 2nd level Witch Bolt at Toddrick.
Stop!
With advantage to 16 to hit.
16 hits Toddrick, I think, any day of the week.
Yeah.
Your armor is 12
13.
plus dex.
Yeah, so 13.
Oh, you've got 15 dex.
Yeah, 15 dex. So it should be plus
it should be 14.
2.
plus 2. Yeah, so it's still a 12 plus is 14. So yeah, it still hits you. So you get hit by a... What does your witch bolt look like?
Well, I also have that leather armor.
Yeah, leather armor is 12 plus dex.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just...
Well, like these sort of, think of like what bat wings would look like, but there's no flesh in them. It's just the, as she's gone full black bat, and the lightning just shoots out of her mouth like this. 21 lightning damage as she Godzilla's on the Toddrick.
Toddrick, you are getting this vile spew of lightning from this demonic-looking, vampiric Auntie Nanny, who is avenging your action to try to leave. It appears as though she is, in fact, home and does not want you to go anywhere. It is your turn. How do you deal with this new betrayal?
I mean, I guess I gotta roll to see if I'm still doing the thing.
No, it's done. No one's in it.
Oh, no one's in it. She broke out. That's right.
She broke through.
I'm gonna ask Strahd to give me a portal home.
She's gonna say, "Hey, can I go home now?" Is this how it works? Yeah, he doesn't acquiesce to your request right now.
Then how he tells us to leave? How are we supposed to leave?
Just leave. Just go away. I mean,
the doors closed.
People are fighting him. He's not gonna just let you leave. What if they win, and then he doesn't get Irina?
Like whatever his deal. I mean, we delivered. we delivered. Like we want to go home. Give us a fucking portal, you asshole.
You made a deal with Strahd. Bad idea.
God damn it. This will go home.
This wasn't supposed to go this way. Everyone was supposed to be like, "Okay, cool, this is a great idea," and then leave. And then they didn't leave, and now we're here.
I mean, I expected them to fight back. I just expected Strahd to at least let me go. Like, screw you guys.
Oh man.
I'm gonna limp over to Strahd.
Yep.
And I'm gonna get in his ear and be like, "How do we get home? You said you would send us home."
Is that your action to beg on your knees?
Man.
Like how I phrased that?
Yeah. My action is to kill myself. It didn't do anything. Whatever. I'll just...
Roll20 just hates the healing spells.
It does hate healing spells.
Always glitching.
It's Barovia. Stuff doesn't heal in Barovia.
You heal for 6.
Nice. And yeah, so I guess that was my action. I guess now instead of begging, can it just be a whimpery plea?
Yeah, you can beg as a free action.
Okay, then let me beg.
Yeah, it's a free action to be pitiful.
Let me be. It's Bitrick.
Okay. Bitrick Assassor. Oh man. Toddrick heals himself and then whimpers. Irina struggles against you, confused, trying to break free of your grip. 13. Make a strength saving throw. Oh, sorry. What do you call it? Athletics. You have her secured. She is not going anywhere. However, you do see this transformation of Auntie Nanny, who now sprouted some kind of veiny bat wings with no like flesh in between them, and she's shooting lightning out of her face. That's a new development you haven't seen before and didn't plan for. Thorne, you also see this transformation of Auntie Nanny, and you hear the whimperings of Toddrick trying to ask Strahd for a way home. What do you want to do?
I still have my spear, right?
You do. You are holding your spear, and you can attack even though you're restrained.
I'm gonna attack Toddrick. Must be.
You're gonna attack Toddrick. Toddrick, I have no control here. I haven't tried to kill you at all yet. This is
No,
just
I know.
everyone else trying to kill you.
I'm pretty sure I'm dead.
No, they're focus the healer, man. Never focus the healer. Come on.
Well, I thought he had. Oh no,
13 doesn't hit unless you pass one
No,
of those
I'm
advantages.
gonna use my advantage, and also, well, I also get I have an advantage I can use, but I also get a D4 added to that.
Okay.
So that would bring it up to a
17.
17.
A 17 would hit.
Yeah.
So a 17 hits.
So, two-handed.
13 piercing damage, Toddrick.
Toddrick's dead.
Are you down?
Mm-hmm.
Stewart Gibbs, you see Toddrick go to plead for his life and passage home in the deal you have made with Strahd. And you see Thorne, in her rage, lash out and pierce him with her blood spear, seemingly killing him. Thorne, regain health as the effects of your blood spear take hold, as you see the life-giving energy of Toddrick being leached into the blood spear.
And I'm gonna look at Strahd and just grin.
And try to make your escape if you'd like.
Yep. Oh, why am I rolling so
Does
bad
not
on those?
cut it.
I have a +6. Come on. Oh, it's a. Oh no, it's a saving throw. Never mind. I get
Yeah.
a bonus. Okay.
So that
yeah.
I believe that ends your turn.
Yeah. She's gonna turn, like, just look at Irina and be like, I'm getting you out of here.
Yeah, he looks to you know what? He looks to Irina and Stewart across the way, and you see him like peek out from behind Thorne, not seeming to be affected by any of this. And he motions with his free hand. He dismisses the wind, and he motions with his free hand and points towards Irina and says, "Be a good dear and sit." And he is going to cast Charm on Irina. It is a wisdom saving throw from her. Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to use my own advantage on myself. On Strahd. So she is going to be charmed, and she like goes slack in your arms, Stewart. And you can see her trying to like move like lazily towards the chair in front of you. Like she's trying to sit down. And it is your turn, Stewart.
Fuck. I hate everything about this. Seeing Toddrick being dropped,
Mm-hmm.
it's like everything's gone to shit. This is Stewart's worst nightmare. He had that silvered short sword. No, he had his glaive. Glaive. He's going to be holding her. He's going to summon it as a bonus action to his hand, just with that little pop. It appears in his hand. And the blade's going to go to Irina's throat.
Okay.
If Toddrick dies, so does she. And he's just going to kind of like back up with her to put her between mostly Nanny and himself.
Okay. Because Nanny is a tiny elderly demon.
So yeah, like I don't know, roll to threaten, but
no, that's a solid threat. That's a solid threat.
Stewart's not really doing anything with it except Toddrick can't die.
Okay.
To be fair, I forgot that she could still attack while she was grappled.
Yeah. But he's not dead. He's unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have moved up in range of her if I would have remembered that she could still attack me. So.
I didn't know if I was going to.
So you are threatening Strahd with the death of his beloved.
Who's also Thorne's.
Also Thorne's beloved. I like it.
Toddrick can't die.
I like what's happening here.
Let me die.
You know what? Man, that would be cool, but you're not actually dead. Yeah, Strahd doesn't have healing magic. He's a bad guy. Yeah, okay, cool. That's what happens. Auntie Nanny, so you're backing away holding her glaive to the throat.
And I guess, like, you know, readying an action that if Toddrick dies, he's going to stab her.
Got it. Perfect. And she is complicit, and she's trying to sit down, and she's non-combative, so it would be a coup de grace, so it's an auto crit. Auntie Nanny, you are enraged atop the table. You have seen Toddrick connected to your beam get stabbed by Thorne. She's taken your kill from you. His body is slumped to the ground. And you see Stewart is backing away, holding a blade to Irina's throat, threatening Strahd with her life. What do you want to do?
Okay, I've sent you some info about Nanny.
Yes.
Well, I'm just referring to the past, not recently. So, based on what I've sent, based on the events that have occurred, she's going to let go. She's going to cancel the witch bolt tether to Toddrick, and kind of cackle to herself and oh, you think your parents were the only ones who flew out to Barovia that night? And then I looked to Strahd, and what does Strahd want to do regarding Irina and Gibbs?
Strahd looks over to you and says, "Take him."
Oh, from
and
Toddrick.
Points towards Stewart.
Stewart? No, because she's charmed. Okay, so this, yeah.
The dreaded triple cross.
Yeah, well, it's because the rage and stuff. Nanny is going to then redirect Witch Bolt to Stewart.
Stewart, an unexpected bolt of lightning comes streaking out of you, towards you.
Busting my second advantage. Okay.
Yep. 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
7 lightning
You're gonna
damage.
shield it?
No, I
Absorb
can't
elements.
shield it.
Okay, so roll 1d6. Oh wait, no. So the spell captures some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect on you and storing it on your next turn. Okay. Also, the first time you hit with a melee attack on your next turn, the target takes an extra 1d6 of the triggering type. So how much does it actually negate?
That's pretty cool.
It doesn't say in this. I believe it just gives me resistance.
Okay, so half
for
damage.
this.
Sure.
Okay. Does it say you don't take any? I think it just says you can add it to your next attack. It doesn't say.
Yeah, it doesn't
negating.
say in this spell card. I'm pretty sure it just gives me resistance to the triggering attack.
Let's find out.
That's pretty powerful for a cantrip.
Absorb.
Oh, it's a first level.
Oh, okay.
Absorb elements 5e. Sorry,
I
guys.
see. Yeah.
You have so you missed a line. You have resistance to the triggering damage type until the start of your next turn. Is a missing line in that text.
Yeah.
So yes, you have a resistance, which means you take half damage. You take 3 damage. You take 3 damage, and on your first hit, you may roll a 1d6 to deal extra lightning damage through your glaive.
Cool.
And technically, if you wanted to be technical, someone took an action against you. You did say if Strahd takes an action against you, but it was Nanny this time, so you can play that however you would like. They're Mr. Bitters.
Oh yeah, no, it was if Toddrick dies.
Oh right, okay.
So if somebody like killed him outright,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, he wants to kill you instead. You're threatening his lady love. So you take 3 lightning damage as it continuously blasts towards you. And it is Toddrick's turn to make me a death saving throw, Toddrick. Dun, dun, dun. That's one. That's one death save failed. Rip Toddrick.
Rip.
Todd Rip Elisor. Irina is hasn't been told to do anything yet, so she's just listlessly sort of urging forward towards the seat in front of you. Thorne, you see Auntie Nanny has turned on Stewart, and Stewart is holding a blade to your lady love, and it appears as though Auntie Nanny seems to be working with Strahd. What do you want to do? She is taking his commands.
I'm gonna go for Strahd. I mean, it's kind of all I can do at this point.
Okay.
Okay, so just spear.
Yes. A crit hits every day of the week.
God.
19 damage.
Yeah.
Describe to me what that looks like. That's a hell of a blow you've dealt to Strahd.
So, well, I mean, she got Stewart or Toddrick in the gut, and so it's still covered in blood.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just gonna pull it back, get both hands, just kind of lean back and just jab it into his chest, like just nice and deep.
I like
He's
it.
got a lot of weight behind it, so.
I like
I mean,
it.
she's bigger than Strahd.
So you just lodge it like right by your ribs, right into his chest.
Yeah. She's just give her. Can I try and push him away from me with that? Can I use my push?
You can, but because you're restrained, I'm going to give him advantage to resist the ability.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's a DC-14, so.
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to use one of his legendary resistances, and he succeeds
Oh, okay.
it.
Okay.
Because I have a shitload of those things to use.
No, it makes sense.
DC 15 vampire. You got plenty of fun abilities to use.
Yeah.
So
I guess,
you just
try.
and you feel the force would have pushed him back, and you feel him start to like peel away from you, and then his grip tightens, and he pulls in closer to you. And then what are you trying to do now?
Can I try and get away?
You can.
Okay.
DC 18.
Oh, come on!
You want to be here.
Oh,
This
I
is
have
what you-
advantages in everything, and they're just not
This
helping.
is what you want. And he leans in close to you, and you can feel his cold breath on the nape of your neck, and he says, "Be still." And he is going to fail to bite you. Again, there's just so many tiny rodent bones that it's hard to find, and then you
Yeah,
have
really?
scaly dragon neck.
Scale, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not easy. She's not making it easy. She's definitely going to laugh at him
Yep.
for
As
getting...
you feel the teeth scrape against your scale hide. It is Stewart's turn. Stewart, your friend is neither dead yet nor coming back at all, and Auntie Nanny seems to be taking the command of Strahd and trying to kill you. What do you want to do?
Die. I think at this point Nanny is a serious threat.
Yep.
He's gonna cast Irina aside.
Yep.
And go ham on the nanny.
Sure. So you sort of toss her to the side. You see her scramble back up and start to grab the chair and go sit in it like she was told to. And you are attacking Auntie Nanny. Go for it.
Oh, that's the wrong thing.
I was going to say 20 hits.
Scared me.
Clicked the wrong thing. But I got an advantage to use.
21
Okay.
hits.
All right, I take it.
That plus
Oh, the D6.
6 lightning.
Ooh,
Okay.
there you go. So 11 damage.
Put it back in her.
And you have your
My
secondary strike.
back end. Yeah.
Yep. Hit her in the back end. Does a 13 hit you, Auntie Nanny?
13 will not with mage armor plus my +1 cloak.
What about a 15 because of the bless effect?
If I pop this shield, it won't.
There you go. So you go to just, you feel the heroism run through you, and you go to hit her with the haft of your polearm, and then all of a sudden this shing, the shimmer just, and your blow deflects off of it, in a move you've seen many a time before, and should have anticipated.
And make my concentration check save.
Yes. It's a DC 10. Yeah, you crush it.
I think I'm also going to burn my action surge.
Okay.
Because Toddrick. So he's got the glaive just spinning like crazy, lightning coming off it. And he goes for one more.
23 will hit. Okay, 13
more.
Another Constitution save.
Okay. 16.
You make it. Nanny, you have survived combat.
Yes.
And before your eyes, Stewart Gibbs, you see the slashes in Auntie Nanny's body where you have stabbed her begin to knit themselves closed as if she has some newfound healing powers, as if she regenerates health.
It's bullshit.
Nanny, what do you want to do on your turn?
Since the stream of lightning is still connected to Stewart, she's just going to funnel another 2d12 into Stewart Gibbs as she keeps knitting back together. 10 lightning
more
damage.
lightning damage coming to you, Stewart Gibbs.
Burn him if you got him, I guess, right?
Yep.
Another absorb elements. So 5 damage comes to you, and you are able to return it on the next turn. Toddrick, no one seems to want you to live, and no one's coming to your aid, despite how much you've done to save yourself. Roll me a death saving throw.
I can't mutter the word Ravens.
You cannot mutter the word Raven while unconscious. No.
Damn it.
While slowly bleeding out on the floor.
Oh!
But that will bring you to 1 hit point as you miraculously recover due to the power of your desire for ravens to come save your life.
And Todd's gonna play dead. He's gonna pretend like he's
gonna play dead? Perfect. Roll me a persuasion. With advantage.
Would be deception, maybe?
Deception, sorry. Deception with advantage. Thank you. You are dead. Toddrick is dead.
Stewart's gonna kill him! Kill him!
In fact, Stewart, you think Toddrick has died. You hear a death rattle as you believe Toddrick has passed on.
This friend went to shit.
Irina climbs up from the ground and pushes the chair out and sits in the chair as this cackle of lightning just spews across the table over her and into you, Stewart, as she sidles back to the table and sits happily in the chair as Strahd told her to. Thorne, you see her casually sitting there, doing what Strahd said to do. You hear the from Toddrick. You believe he is absolutely dead, that you've killed a denizen of Barovia, and Strahd still has you in his clutches. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna just keep attacking Strahd.
Sure.
Because he's the focus of my rage at this point.
That makes sense.
I will use my advantage.
That will hit.
And then... So,
18 damage. Cool.
And then I'm gonna try and get away, I guess.
Okay.
Come on.
Not quite. You keep rolling 16s and 14s over and over again.
Does Bless help you out on these?
It's on a saving throw or an
Yeah.
attack. It's not on an ability check. So.
Yep.
If I was doing a saving throw, it would. That would be great.
Strahd again leans forward, seeming that Irina has done what he said, and his minion, the Black Bat, is doing what she was told. He leans in and says, "I will make you mine as well." And he again tries to sink his teeth into your flesh. For a 22.
Oh, yes.
Okay, you take 9 piercing damage, so half of that you take 4 piercing damage and 12 necrotic damage, and you lose 12 off the top of your hit points.
Okay, hang on.
Your hit points are your hit point total is reduced, or your hit point maximum is reduced by 12 as well.
Yeah. So wait, that'll be minus 11 because it's temporaries. I was just calculating. All right. So that's where I'm at. Okay. All right. I'm very ragey at this point.
I can imagine. That is it for his turn. Stewart, you have that electric glaive
But
happening.
I'm still up.
You are still up.
Oh, you're muted. Sorry.
Stewart Gibbs.
Stewart is a man of his word. And assuming Toddrick is dead, he's turning the glaive on Irina.
Okay.
Yeah. He's going to just try to chop off her head from behind.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm so
She is caught unaware, and therefore it is I would say it's a coup de grace. She is complicitly sitting there as Strahd told her, so it's an auto crit.
I set my crit range to 0.
Yep.
Plus, I guess, 2d6 out of crit.
What happens?
Yeah, he just like screams, a howl of like feral fear and anger. His greatest fear is seeing his friends die, and he just did.
That is true. 25 damage. What?
Is that like a thing you've had this
That's
whole
the
entire
whole time. His
It's-
fear is seeing you die.
Okay, cool, because I absolutely had no clue that was a deal.
Yeah.
My bad.
25 damage kills Irina outright. What does it look like when you sever her head from its body?
There's
that
like Nanny's lightning is being like inadvertently channeled. He's putting it into his own glaive, and he just chops her head from its shoulders. Probably like lightning helping to cauterize wounds and follow through, I guess, the haft at Nanny.
Sure.
I fucking hate this, you guys. I'm so sorry.
Ooh,
That hits any day of the week, I think.
I will take it.
4 damage.
4.
It's a 2 because you're raging.
Right.
Nanny, you have seen your master's beloved be cut down by this foe. What do you want to do?
I pretty much know what Strahd is telling me to do, but what do I hear possibly emanating from Strahd in response to this?
You hear a similar sound to what Stewart just made, as you hear a low growl slowly build into a thunderous roar that shakes the glass almost as hard as when Stewart was dumped against the organ, and you feel the castle itself begin to shake to the sound of Strahd's rage. And you actually can see him gripping Thorne, and he looks like he's cocking his hand back to throw her to the side, if you had to guess.
Ooh. My guess then is Strahd is about to go straight that way. So Nanny is going to sit where she is. She's going to see Irina's head roll across the table and feel that rage, and then just try to channel another 2d12 lightning into Stewart, or 11 lightning damage.
Stewart, you take 11 more lightning damage. Are you up?
I'm gonna one more.
Okay, you take 5 lightning damage, and you have the electricity staved up.
Yeah, this is actually the first damage he's taken. It was all temporary hit points from the heroism deal.
Jeez,
Damn.
you some kind of cool guy?
Ship away.
Yeah, real cool guy.
I got 90% of my hit points taken away in one hit. So
By Nanny.
by fucking Nanny.
As she went literal beast mode on you.
Drop me. I had like 26, and you dropped me from 21, and it's like, fuck, shit.
Toddrick, you are unconscious, playing dead. You can actually, you know what? You can roll me a perception with disadvantage.
What? Who am I trying to? Oh, perception.
To hear if you hear it. To see if you hear the head hit the floor.
You hear the sound of
26.
someone. You hear the sound of Strahd being enraged, and you hear the telltale snick of a glaive cutting through something, or a sword cutting through something. You're smart enough to make the connection that Stewart's done something, and the result is an enraged Strahd. But your eyes are closed tight as you are playing dead on the ground, so all you're relying on is your sense of scent and sound. What do you want to do?
Shit, man.
If you continue to play dead, I won't make you roll anymore.
I like every part of the Todd in me is saying, "Don't open your eyes." Shit, man.
What about the Steward in you?
The Stewart in the Stewart in me wants to sew her head back on. I don't have enough of this to do that. I don't have.
And you have 1 hit point.
And I have 1 hit point. And I'm pretty sure if I tried to heal myself, it wouldn't matter anyway, because I'd still go down in 1 hit no matter who hit me. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep pretending to be dead.
Okay. You pretend to be dead.
Sorry.
Irina continues to bleed out as she is dead. Thorne, you have seen your ally, your friend, behead your lady love.
Mhm.
And you feel the same rage run through you that Strahd feels. What do you want to do?
I don't know if it's possible to like double rage, but she is experiencing this whole other level of rage that she has never felt before. She's had people not treat her very well most of her life, but like straight up betrayal like this is totally new.
Yeah.
This never happened before.
Yeah, from a lawful town guard.
Yeah, and like these are people she trusted, and now this is happening. There's nothing left for her. Everybody is going to die.
So
And she's going to is she still being held by him?
you are. Yep. Until his turn, you are being held by him.
Yeah, and I can't try and get out until the end of my turn.
You can get out as an action, but that's your action.
Yeah, and I don't have a bonus attack, so what do you think? Make killing. I'm just gonna I mean, I think at this point it's not even she's just flailing. So the spear is gonna go back at Strahd.
26 hits.
Okay. For another two-handed.
10 damage.
Maybe this time. Maybe. Yes.
You break free.
Finally.
Oh shit!
You break free and have your full movement.
Here comes the Thorne truck.
Yeah. Yep. She's just launching herself at Stewart.
Okay, so you just charge around the table towards Stewart.
I think.
And I don't have another attack, so.
Yeah.
No, wait. I used my interaction. Never mind.
Yeah.
And following on your heels, almost as if completely incorporeal and lightning fast, Strahd approaches from the other side. And since you're surrounded by enemies, Stewart Gibbs, he's going to attack you with an advantage.
I'd like to cry.
A 25 to hit.
That'll hit. Yeah.
You take 18 damage,
All right.
followed by another one.
Oh, that's
that one's
real
a crit. Does that one? I think that one kills you outright.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean,
I think that would have killed you at full health. Nope, 30. Does 30.
No, that definitely drops me.
And you go down. And Stewart, what's your last thought as you die at the hand of Strahd?
Toddy, I love you still in hell.
Toddrick, you hear the crumpling sound of chainmail and a glaive hit the ground as Stewart Gibbs falls before Strahd. You're muted.
Can I Romeo and Juliet this and just poison spray myself in the face?
Can you poison spray yourself? You cannot.
Just like
yet.
poison spray straight up so it comes back down on me?
You can on your turn. It's any target. In the meantime, Stewart Gibbs, death saving throw, please. That is a success. You have succeeded so far.
Yeah, I feel like I've succeeded.
Yeah. Nanny, your target has been killed. You stand next to your master Strahd. What do you want to do?
I still kind of baffled what's going on. I turn to him for orders.
He looks to you and says, "You have done well." And he begins to stretch a hand out towards you. And we'll see what happens on his turn. Toddrick, you are unconscious. You heard the sound of your friend hit the ground and his glaive fall. Say that again.
Are there windows in this room?
There are no windows. There is glass against the wall, and there are just stone pillars that go up against granite to the ceiling. And the only thing is the doors.
What would I have? Is it even possible to bust those doors open?
As far as you know, yeah. Unless there's some kind of magical thing preventing you from doing so.
Well, I think orangutan is going to happen immediately.
Okay.
And I am going to jump over and try to grab Stewart and slam through the doors.
So if you jump in to grab Stewart, you are in range of several attacks of opportunity when you jump away.
Okay, then.
Is Toddrick the kind of coward that abandons his friend to the clutches of the Devil Strahd? His oldest friend? A friend who's strode into battle beside him.
Hey, stop, okay?
Him.
I get it. We're gonna feel bad if I leave bitters to die, okay? It's enough.
Don't you
forget
about me.
You hear the words echo in your head. I joined this cult for you.
Actually, can I scream for the ravens as I'm turning into an ape?
Yes.
Is that going to do anything?
Sure.
Raven bros.
Orangutan.
And yeah, no, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to try to bust the doors down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pick him up yet. He's pretty much dead.
So roll me a athletics with advantage. A monkey athletics with advantage.
Monkey athletics. Okay, that's the strength, right?
Yep. You and the doors splay open as you smash your monkey fist into them. You have opened a passage to leave. That is an action. That's all your shit because you transformed and then you bashed in. And called for things.
And I one more thing, I just want to scream at the top of my monkey lungs. in their general direction and beat my chest.
Just you just Kong out.
Just super mad.
Thorne, there's a giant orangutan
This fight's getting weird.
in the room. Stewart is
Yeah.
dead at your feet, and Strahd is looking across from you as he reaches out towards Nanny. What do you do?
It's tough. I don't know what she would do at this point. She's kind of broken. Kind of totally.
Welcome to Barovia, guys.
Yeah. I think she's just gonna keep going at Strahd because
Okay.
she doesn't know what to do. She's gonna go at him with the spear.
That-
And I'll use my advantage.
That will hit.
Okay.
16 damage.
And I'll just push him just more. Yeah, like I'm gonna push him towards the organ.
Okay. 5 feet away.
Yeah, and then I'll follow.
Okay.
And she's just drooling and completely incoherent, just totally broken.
Okay.
No reasoning with her at this point.
Sweet. On Strahd's turn, he is going to move gracefully around you
Mm-hmm.
to the other side of Stewart, and he's going to crouch down low on Stewart,
Not like these.
and he is going to sink his teeth into your neck.
Not like these. That's 2 automatic fails, yeah.
And anyone who dies this way... Oh, you only have one... You don't have 8 fails, right?
Not yet.
All right. Then in that case, he is going to strike you and then do that. And anyone who dies this way will rise as a vampire on the following night under Strahd's control.
Not like these.
Toddrick, as you look back to save your friend, and you see Strahd bent down over him, sinking his teeth into his throat, draining his life essence. As he looks back up and you see the blood drip down, the Stewart blood drip down, he puts a hand back out to Nanny and says, "You are free." Nanny, what does it look like when you are freed from your black bat compulsion?
Oh God. You see the leathery skin, the furry half wings all start to wither away as Nanny herself comes forward. But then that does too, in the sense she was afflicted by the spell as a young girl, and she starts to reverse age until now standing on top of the dining table is a 10-year-old little girl.
Terrified, surrounded by food and death, with all the life experiences of Auntie Nanny to this point. Auntie Nanny, what do you do?
You just said you turned back into a little girl?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's when the black bat got her. Take me home, Toddrick.
No. Keep going.
Okay.
This is about to turn weird.
What do you do?
I have no spells left, correct? Because black bat's been taken from me, and that was, I guess, the source of the spells.
Sure.
Or is there any?
Yeah.
Is there like a trace of magic still
There's
left?
still a trace of magic. You're a sorcerer. You're a wizard anyway, so it's you have a trace of magic in you.
I turn to Thorne, and I reach out. No, fuck you, Toddrick. I reach out and grab her hand, and I tell her, there are people who will fight with you and who will not turn against you. Better people than me, better people than them. Go find them and plan. And I cast invisibility on Thorne.
Toddrick, You are an orangutan. You see the bloody, visceral face of Strahd out of the throat of your friend. You see him reach his hand out, and you see Auntie Nanny revert into the form of a small child. She reaches out, mutters some words to Thorne, and then poof, Thorne disappears. What do you do?
Single monkey tear is gonna come down his cheek, like he's like in seriousness, like he's monkey cry. And for the first time in his entire life, he's gonna turn into a raven and fly away.
Away. So you overcome your fear of heights. Wings burst out, and you, as you begin to sail through the castle back towards the gate and into the night sky. Thorne, you feel the hand of a small child grab yours, and you hear those words, and you feel the magic course through you. And because you've been touched by a child, I will allow you to end your rage if you so desire.
It's kind of hard to say at this point. How is Strahd looking? Like, does he look like anything I've done has even made a dent in him?
I mean, at this point, you could... If we're talking 4E terms, he looks bloodied. So he's still at about... He looks pretty good. Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
You can see that he's taken some damage.
Yeah, but it's just me.
Yes.
So,
And a child.
Yeah. She's not as stupid as she pretends to be. So, is there anything of, anything is carrying this on my purse? Yeah. Does Irina have anything, like, does she have, like, a necklace or a ring or something?
She has a fancy sword, a necklace, a ring. Yeah, she has all those things.
Okay. Could I quickly, like, while I'm, we'll just, like, snatch the necklace?
Absolutely.
Okay. And I'll just, like, shove it in a pocket. And I will fuel with my rage. My rage will fuel my escape, I think, at this point.
So you are invisible. You walk around Strahd. You snatch the necklace. You feel the clasp break open as you grab this thing, and you begin charging out. Just ahead of you is a raven soaring like haphazardly, not sure of how to fly. And as the two of you burst forth out of the gate, you see from all of the parapets ravens just descend on you, like 24, sort of obscuring the path behind you as you make your escape down the mountainside to the most freedom you can have in Barovia.
Mm-hmm.
And the camera pans back to Auntie Nanny, or Jezebel, as her name is. What are you doing?
I imagine that Strahd is bloodied. He did not get what he want. He is standing at the end of the table. And she's standing up on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Broom slung over her shoulder. And stares him straight in the eye and says, "What else can you take from me?" She lunges at him,
swinging the
and
broom.
like fade to black.
So as you charge and you swing up this thing, he stands, the blood is dripping down, and he closes the door again and says, "I've always wanted a daughter." And that's where we end the campaign. Guys, that was the season finale of Curse of Strahd. I don't think anyone in chat expected that. I don't think anyone in the game expected it to go like that. So let's go around and get your thoughts and feelings on this campaign, especially the season finale. We'll start with the biggest surprise, I think, of the night. Rem, who are you? What are you doing here? And what did you think of Curse of Strahd?
Name is Rem, Insomniacs Inc. in chat and on Twitch, Twitter. this ended amazingly. Everyone stabbed everyone else in the back. Our like one hero, Thorne, kept fighting the good fight. Everyone else went like full backstabby douche. It was fantastic.
It was so good.
It was so good because like I remember like I was like sending all this information to Mike about like, okay, it's Nanny's like right there on the cusp of finally breaking forth and getting the black bat, and of course it's going to happen somewhere cool, and this is that, and this is that, and this is that. And then with everybody planning their own, this is my own way. This is what's going to like to see like this bat gets stabbed. No, this bat gets stabbed. No, wait, I'm now fighting for this guy. Oh, wait, now I'm on this team. It was a perfect, I think, Barovian way to end, and not everybody died.
That's true. Only Stewart died. So we will jump over.
He's going to be a vampire. So.
Yeah, it's just going to be a vampire.
Yeah, who knows what Nanny's going to be, or Gisela McSleep.
Yeah. Guys, definitely go check out Rem's work on the Insomniacs Inc. shop. He's also in the Encounter Roleplay Kickstarter called Breath of Gore, their campaign, so go check him out, both your writing and I think some of your map work, right?
I do map work as well for my Thursday games. You can find me on Encounter Roleplay at 4:30 Eastern Time Thursdays, where I DM the viewer games, so you're free to go over there and try to be on the show. It's for random people who want to come in and play.
Hell yeah, it's awesome. That's where I got my start on Twitch. Madfish, who are you? What are you doing here? And what did you think of tonight's episode?
Well, I'm Madfish. I do things on the internet, and I have a little Etsy shop, which you can go and look at. It wasn't what I wanted. It was definitely dramatic. I was kind of hoping Thorne would get something out of it, but no.
We most definitely set you up to be the all great hero for next time, though.
Yeah, I mean, because I had to sort of, like she needed like a cause. She needed something because she was sort of aimlessly furious at everything all the time. And then she found something, and then it was taken away. So she's really going to have a rough time. And she's going to make sure that everyone else around her is as miserable as she is. Everyone will suffer because of what they did to her.
Yeah, very very interesting turn for Thorne, yeah. Especially with what you so everybody. So Frags and Bitters messaged me together separately and said, "Hey, what if we give Irina over to Strahd? Will he let us go?" And I said, "Absolutely." And then I was messaging Rem separately and said, "Hey, since Nanny's been getting crazy, what if she's an agent of Strahd this whole time with the whole Black Bat thing?" And he was like, "Absolutely, I'm on board." And then just at the start of today's session, Madfish, you messaged me and said that you would absolutely stay behind in Barovia. And I was like, okay, all of these plans work together. Great. Let's see what happens.
Well, I was kind of like thinking, she was going to stick with Irina and do the whole freedom fighter thing.
Well, you sort of are, but now you have a cause.
Well, no, now it's just vengeance. It's just Punisher.
Hey, vengeance is a cause.
Yeah, well, she's just going full Punisher. Like, she's just going to be that all of Barovia will be covered in traps. No one is safe. They will all die. I
like it. I can't wait till we come back to Barovia. So let's jump over to one of the other survivors. Bitch Hero Todd, as he is named in the Zoom call. Frags, who are you? What are you doing here? And what did you think of the season finale?
Oh, man, probably my favorite episode so far, honestly. The name it started out at the beginning of the session as Protagonist Todd, and then we did some other stuff, and I changed it to Anti-Hero Todd. Then at the end, I changed it to Bitch Hero Todd. But I mean, I feel like throughout this whole thing, I've built up this whole air of false bravado around Toddrick, and it was just I had just so many opportunities here at the last episode to really show how he was, he like nothing. He didn't even come out of his fake bitch sleep to save his own friend. And part of him probably knew that if he had let Stewart know that he was alive and let him kill that girl, that it wouldn't have. I don't know. Like it's Toddrick's got some learning to do.
Yeah, it's a black mark. If you had woken up after Stewart had killed that woman, I think that would have absolved your friendship. I think Stewart.
Oh yeah, exactly. And it was one of those things. I don't know. It sucked. I really enjoyed I feel like my original plan when I approached Bitters with this was which I didn't expect you to be stupid enough, but I didn't know how you were going to play Strahd. So I was like, if Strahd is stupid enough to be like, sure, here's a portal, go home. We would tackle everybody into the portal and I'd vine whip fucking Irina back with us. And everybody would be like, oh, thanks, Todd. But that's definitely not what happened.
It didn't work at all, huh?
Todd's a dick.
Yeah, things went pow, 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 pow. And it was like, oh no. Yeah.
I didn't have to use any of his cool moves because you guys just killed each other, and I was like, I'm just gonna stay here and try to convert. I'm just trying to kill Thorne.
That was plan 2. Plan 2 was, hey, at worst, Strahd's just gonna fuck him up real quick anyway. And then Strahd was like, no, I'm gonna choke this bitch and stare at her for fucking 4 rounds. And I was like, oh god, no.
I was trying to convert her into a vampire. How cool would a dragonborn vampire?
It would have been great.
Instead, I settled for just Stewart.
Yeah, but it sucks. Because Stewart was such a really good character. I really liked your character, Bitters, and I'm sorry that it had to end that way. But I feel like I said earlier in the chat, Todd Helsing is going to train for a long time and try to find a cure and maybe try to bring you back, and at the same time try to avoid the ire of Thor all throughout Barovia.
The best part is the Van Helsing character in Barovia died in a church.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, Stewart. You'll make a cool vampire.
But and you know what? Honestly, I'm okay if we revisit this and everybody creates new characters and all of our old characters are now NPCs.
Oh, they for sure are.
Yeah, I was about to say I would absolutely love to see what you do with all that shit that we've given you throughout the past fucking 15 sessions. But in closing, I'm KW Frags. I stream sometimes. Sometimes I mod. But this is most of the fun that I have is doing this kind of stuff. So, and I might stream after this. I don't know. We'll see. But.
Sweet deal. And last, but definitely not least, the new thrall of Strahd himself and the future antagonist of the next campaign. Mr. Bitters, who are you? What are you doing here? And what did you think of the finale?
Mr. Bitters, I hate everything.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hate this finale, actually. I really liked the turns it took. Stewart was just trying to make the best of a bad situation. He'd reached his limit. But the end was the last act of a desperate man. His friend was dead. He took from Strahd the only thing he could.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because of it, he's not going to get to be some cool vampire sidekick sub-boss. He's going to be some bitch tied up in a basement screaming for blood forever.
He's gonna be a bitch boy tied up in the basement of a church, screaming, "I'm hungry."
Yeah, it's going to really suck. But Stewart at least didn't live to know that Toddrick didn't come for him in the end.
That's true. But when you wake up, you will.
Yeah. I'm sure Strahd will.
I'm sure Strahd will tell you in excruciating detail of your death.
Yeah.
So one of the guidelines they give you for Curse of Strahd is to stay dark with moments of brevity because people get overwhelmed. I didn't have to do any of that because you guys led a hilarious campaign, despite my best efforts to turn it horror and dark as possible. I think I pulled out some granules of darkness, but the second piece of advice, which I absolutely stuck to, is that Strahd will try to corrupt even the most sanctimonious heroes. And I did in Bitters. He went down. Bitters came in as what everyone would assume to be a lawful good guardsman who just keeps getting roped along into his chaotic good friends' haphazard schemes, and to corrupt both of them to the point where they were willing to work for Strahd just to get home, and then to watch the best friends abandon one of the best friends abandon the other for his own life was all I could ask for. Guys,
It really did pan out.
it did work out great. This has been Curse of Strahd. If you guys have not seen this episode, if you missed anything, if you missed any of the rest of the season, it will be on YouTube, as will all of our other campaigns. Go check those out on our social media. If you want to join the discussion right after this chat, come hang out with Discord. We have a special channel just for this kind of stuff, and we talk about all this kind of stuff right afterwards. We'll be back tomorrow for the Season 3 premiere of 6 and 20 Blades in the Dark. For the Shroud team. We'll be back on Thursday for the continuation of Havoc in the Hinterlands, my homebrew campaign, which they're now fighting devils and demons and cult things, which is pretty rad. And then we will be back on Sunday night for the continuation of Symbaroum, where they are hunting a beast called the Flayer, who flays man's skin and wears it like a skin suit. So definitely check all that shit out. And check out Mr. Bitters, too. And for now, we're going to go raid our friend Eric Vulgaris, who is currently playing something called Once Upon a Game Shipwreckers. So definitely go check him out. Eric is an awesome role player. He works with Misclicks and Roll20, and he's a great dude. If you guys want, click on that raid thing, join the raid, and it will send you over there in about 30 seconds. And yeah, from all of us to you guys, bye-bye.